It is time, ladies and gentlemen. The conclusion of season 2 is upon us. What's going on, everybody? Anthony, aka Hawkhammer, joining you once again for the Omega Invitational Grand Finales, I guess we're calling it. Grand Finals, Grand Finales, I don't know. It was Zero made this. I didn't. Before we get started, I do want to add a quick disclaimer here. This is public knowledge, so I'm fine with saying this. This was pre-recorded due to the fact that the competitors only had one time they could play, and that was when the FCon was happening, so I wasn't available for commentary, and there was a whole bunch of other nonsense going on, so we just recorded this. Nobody knows the result yet, but we are about to find out together, and I have Vangelis and Wheeljank in the booth with me tonight. Gentlemen, how you doing?
I'm doing great. I've got some Popeyes Louisiana Kitchen fried chicken tenders here with me.
Eating on stream, brilliant move. Anyways, how's the resident mad scientist in the room doing?
Doing good. I've got a toasted sandwich.
I got a rock. And
Popeyes Louisiana Kitchen fried chicken also do a really nice sandwich as well. Not a sponsor.
Yeah, we're not sponsored by Popeyes. Just Vangelis apparently really likes them, which I personally don't understand. But hey, Canadians are weird. Anyway,
best one in town is on my corner. The others all suck. Just in case anyone's asking.
So apparently this, if you remember during the last OI, I believe Vangelis went on a fishing tangent at one point. Apparently this year, it's going to be a tangent about chicken. So, anyways, enough dilly-dallying. Shall we watch the bloody thing? Alrighty, here we go. So, Brettasaurus, the returning Season 1 champion. I need to turn down the audio from Zero because I can't hear myself talk.
Me too. I thought Techno was in here and I got real jump scared.
Same thing.
Okay, I need to turn this down a ton. I am trying to talk.
So we've got what have we got up here? We got a Metroplex, and then we've got a little team of Decepticons down there.
The surprise of the tournament, Guess the Secret Action regular game edition. And I say regular game because this concept, I think, was first pitched by Scorp in a Primus game at one point. But Penguin has taken it and ran with it, although he has benefited heavily, I will say, from, I think, everybody forgetting counter-espionage is a thing, including yours truly, which I'm still annoyed about from the winners finals, but we're not going to talk about that. Who played, I'm trying to remember, who has Penguin all played this event?
He beat me round 1.
Oh, that's right, yeah, so he's beat, let's see, his path to the finals. Let's actually, you know what? I should pull up the bracket. Wouldn't that be helpful, right?
I saw neither of these.
So, Brett, of course, is on Metroplex, and once again, we have a Metroplex deck in the finals. Of course, Ozzy made it to the grand finals last time, losing to Brett, ironically enough, and now Brett is out here with Metroplex, putting in some work, to say the least. So he won, quote unquote, his round 1 match due to a forfeit from Space Warp. Round 2, he fell to champion. And then in the losers bracket, went through Nanotech's repair or opportune amalgamation, beat Zero Scorponok, beat GN's Headmaster Shenanigans, beat Steven Moss's Devi, beat me in the losers finals on double primes, and here he is in the grand finals. Who's going first? Did anybody catch that?
I didn't catch what the response was, but I think the winning roll was Penguin because he rolled 10.
And Penguin's going first. So yeah, that's going to be significant. Actually, that's an interesting decision because you usually never want to force Metro to go second, if I'm not mistaken. But the fact that Penguin he has Night Racer and Ironic to tank some hits, especially Ironic. So that could be huge to get a full power wheel turn here on the first volley.
So we've got a 4-wide, which can turn into a 4-wide. And we've got Metroplex, who can turn into a 4-wide. So technically it's a 4v4.
Even matchup.
Sure. Let's go with that. Anyways, Penguin's path to the finals. Obviously, Wheeljack already mentioned he got beat by Penguin round 1. Round 2, he beat Ciliag's Devastator. Round 3, he beat Champion's Cars. Round 4, the winner's finals, he beat my double primes. So again, both of these guys had to go through me and succeeded, though I'm still mad about the winner's finals. And
Penguin,
now
by the way, Penguin took a sabotage armaments from the Pounce flip there, so just remember he's got that in his hand.
Makes sense. You want to get Metro's weapons off as soon as you can. Unless it's an intensifier whip, then it's probably not going to do too much just because of the inherent fact of how that card works. But, yeah, if you can knock a backup beam off, you're doing pretty good. I mean, Wheeljank, you can attest to that playing against Ozzy constantly.
Yeah. Crash Rush getting 2 damage on Metroplex. That attack.
Which, that's interesting. Sending Crash Bash in first. I figured he would have sent Night Racer or someone in, but he must have a plan for those two or something. I'm not sure why else he would send Crash Bash specifically in first, especially when you could power him up and give Pounce a weapon or something on the wheel turn.
I could see the inherent invitation of a feel bad for, hey, you one-shot my Crash Bash, I'm still 4 wide.
I guess you got a point there. There's a kinetic whip, flips up Bold 2, and this is, again, a good time to discuss what Brett has done differently compared to how Ozzy did it. He's not adhering to the Ozzy algorithm. I finally got a look at the deck list the other night.
The ult went off?
Okay, that's significant. Wait, how did Ironic end up? How did Ironic end up with 2 damage? Oh, never mind. He fixed it.
Oh, there we go.
So,
Thank you, Penguin.
We're pretending this is live. Anyways, Brett is playing a much more balanced build. He's 22 orange, 21 blue, if I'm not mistaken. Compared to like following the Aussie algorithm where you just hit as hard as or you play a higher number of oranges to try to make sure if you miss your trigger, you just punt at something. So interesting approach from Brett here, going with the even split when historically that's been at least in the grand scheme of and tournament play, been a very questionable decision for what I understand. But hey, it got him to the grand final, so it's clearly doing something.
Yeah. And what's that we've got on Ironic? There's that the
Point
step
position.
forward thing, the Brave.
Yep,
point position.
Point
Which
position.
doesn't do too much against Brett's deck since he's only 1 wide. But
yeah, but remember, Penguin gets the first attack and can force Brett into somebody, at least until the minions start showing up. So that, at the very least, gives him a bit of early game durability, at least for the time being. But though, given the amount of flip cards that Brett is playing, you do have to consider the fact that the minions are going to be deploying a lot faster compared to what we would see in like a build Ozzy was running. And speaking of, there's the escape route.
There's a flip.
He'll now have a chump blocker to throw into Ironic, tank a Night Racer hit most likely, and then force probably Crash Bash and Pounce into more minions just by the amount of times we've seen Brett draw the flip cards. And that could be significant in terms of swinging.
That's 2 on each at least also. So there is legwork being done.
For
high value.
There is also a bold 5 Metroplex this turn. Bold. And if he overwrites the kinetic whip with a backup beam here.
Right. Although, speaking of that play, I was talking to Brett about that earlier, and I asked him why he hadn't been doing that a whole lot during the event. And he mentioned that it's like, sure, it's like a power play in the moment, but in the long run, it sometimes can backfire on you. So he's been much more conservative about that. And honestly, like, I understand the logic, but like, if you have the opportunity to do so, you might as well take it. But of course, I'm the one that's sitting here commentating and not in the grand final, so maybe I shouldn't even be talking to begin with.
Got a rogue mouse cursor there, by the way. Big cameo. Down on Penguin screen. Those of you who caught it, you just won a prize.
Oh, hey, speaking of, there's a penguin.
Yeah, Brett's Metroplex deck has a lot more longevity than the typical builds we've seen from Ozzy.
For sure. Like, honestly, like, earlier in the event, I thought he was playing a blue-heavy build, but no, it's a very even split.
Yeah, it's a comparatively blue-heavy compared to what we're used to, but not significantly.
Right. Still get screwed over by Bellicos at the end of the hostilities, but hey, that's just par for the course for this goober.
Yeah, those cards screw over a lot of decks. That is an unfortunate attack flip.
What is he going in for?
Whites in a row.
Oh, hi, Mirage.
Barely,
Okay, he ulted.
barely triggers.
Was that off the double pips?
I
He
think
put a
so.
double blue and a double orange, and the rest was single white.
Oh,
Okay.
if he had Plasma Hordes, he'd be even more mad right about now. But then again, why would you play Plasma Hordes in a Metroplex deck?
True.
All right, 7 down on Ironic. So with the even split, do we think Brett is keeping track of his scrap in any way to kind of have a feel of...
Absolutely. He is, again, him and Naga are the foremost card counters on the server. If he's not keeping track of that, the apocalypse has begun.
The cursor is now a text cursor, so that's a little variant there.
I'm just gonna say, Techno, what are you doing? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Brett is forced to go into Aranic here with Slammer.
Oh, because
Oh, you're right.
Position.
That's
Okay,
a smart play from Penguin.
I didn't even think about that. I just realized earlier I was talking as though Brett could attack other people besides Ironic. I
said,
swear to God, I'm losing
Do
my
we
mind.
feel that Slammer might have just gone in for the finish on Ironic anyway?
I mean,
Possibly. I would have personally gone for Crash Bash because he's low on health
Hmm.
and you could get a headlock off, but
well,
Aranic is more achievable.
didn't he still have the point position on Ironic?
It did.
He did. I'm just
Okay.
thinking hypothetically if that thing wasn't in there.
Gotcha.
But no, it's a good point about Crash Bash.
Yeah, like again, like with this deck, one of its big strengths is the fact that 3 of its 4 characters are all just absolutely insane attackers at certain points. And that's actually something that Brett was talking about before the winners finals with me. Like, you have to prioritize one of the 2 attackers but in order to destroy it. It's most likely Pounce because he is the linchpin of this deck, but Crash Bash himself can also be a premier threat just because of the way he's, designed. So
Penguin did just grab a hold the line there.
That could be interesting. Although, now that Slammer's out, this is a big thing that screwed me over in the losers finals, not attacking the minions. Is Penguin going to take advantage of that?
Another thing to consider is that Penguin is yet to attack with Pounce or Night Racer.
Oh, you're right. Well, Night Racer, that's not too big of a loss. Pounce, that is huge.
Pounce has at least been getting some of the card draw value.
Okay, so that's the decision. He decides to swing into Metroplex.
Going for the big bully on the big guy.
The only reason I think he's doing that is to try to bait a Slammer hit into Crash Bash so he can try to pop him with Night Racer and force a Pounce attack into Metroplex. Though that is very risky because Brett can now deploy a second minion and possibly just absolutely obliterate Crash Bash here. Again,
so likely a Sabotage Armaments face down there. Is there any way that might be a hold the line though?
So, yeah, he could be
hold the line for extra padding on his last attack, although it's possible again too.
So that is probably a Sab Arms. Good catch.
That's probably Sabotage Armaments then, yeah.
Okay, there's the escape route. Now, if I had to take a wild guess, Scamper's coming out. Yep, there it is. So now, if that is a Sab Arms, honestly, this is an interesting situation that Penguin has forced Brett into here, because if he goes with Metro, he loses the Intensifier Whip for the foreseeable future. If he sends in Slammer or Scamper, he's losing a lot of firepower, and then he's guaranteed to be down a minion here on the next attack.
Oh, here comes Metroplex. He's probably losing that whip.
Bolt 6.
Oh, it's a Technonite!
Interesting.
That's curious. I'm not sure.
It's actually pretty solid. He's going for the unknown info.
Not going for the long play there to get rid of the Intensifier Whip. Instead, going for the short-term gain. I can speak. So
that could have been some second guessing too, because one could assume Brett remembered he picked up a Sabo Arms early on, so maybe this was trying to be a double play, like make you think it's Sabo Arms, go with a little guy, then maybe you're going for a Pierce Tetranite you.
For sure. It's again, this is why this deck part of the deck was this is part of the strength of this deck, the weaponization of the multiple secret actions. And again, there's a reason we have dubbed this like a version of Guess the Secret Action, because, well, Pounce.
I've been having a lot of fun with secret actions in my own deck I ran in this, along with the funny card with Chrome Dome on it that lets me keep it out. It has a long name and I forgot it.
The funny card with Chrome Dome.
Play a secret action. You can leave them both out, so you decide to activate.
Spy Masters.
Yeah, Spy Masters Ruse. That's right.
For a second, I thought you were talking about extended duration mission. I'm like, you were playing that? Oh wait,
Check
no.
my deck list and find out.
Extended duration mission is a rolling action card. I'm
That
stupid.
misses the trigger. Only flipped 1 blue.
Oh no! Oh no! That is huge. Methinks Pounce is about to go meow meow.
He's only going to get 1 secret action down before he sends in Pounce, though, if he does it this turn.
Right, and he has that sidearm still. Unless he's dropped it, we all just missed it for some reason. Picking up an escape route on Brett's side, so he's continuing that chain.
4F deploys, although how long he'll survive with Metroplex triggers around is yet to be seen. He's a
probably
good
the best position for a tiny guy, because Metroplex is tapped, so he's got at least a turn or two to survive if he really wants to.
And Slim was already out. So unless Brett has hit and run, hits alt mode, doesn't it? So yeah, Vorath should be safe for the moment.
But with the Metroplex minions all out there, it's still very it's a 3v3 now. So it's whip's gone.
This is the kinetic whip. Fair enough.
So vaporize to get rid of it. That is a much better play for sure than a Sab Arms. But he doesn't have a secret action now, which is a bit unfortunate. So he's probably going to end up sending Night Racer in here, I think, or Vorath. One of the two. Okay, yep.
There you go, Vorath.
You got to send in a chump blocker here in order to save Pounce for Metro.
Black in there. Let's
get some pace.
Also, while we're waiting for the reshuffle here, I'd like to discuss Turnabout Snare. It's made of a bit of a comeback this event. Because of course, for those of you who are not familiar with the saga of Turnabout Snare, it used to be absolutely broken because it swapped all attack and defense values, not just base, and we had to nerf it eventually to just be base stats. And after that, it kind of fell off hard. But now Penguin is showing that it still has a lot of value in today's game, especially when you have decks like Metroplex and Double Primes running around.
It's a very strong card because of how polarized the meta is at the moment to really wide or really tall. Hold the Line is really good against wide, obviously, and Turnabout's really good against tall decks.
Right. So,
a mix of both between your main and sideboard.
Yeah, it definitely has a place. It fell off hard, like you said, because of the wide meta. And that was something that I meant to say. I just didn't. I just, cross-wiring myself, and yeah. Anyway, so
and nothing's more effective in one of these kind of tournaments than just running the thing that, according to at least the group discussion, probably isn't in there anymore. Then you run the thing that nobody's expecting. If you have a really solid deck, you could probably eke out one off of that alone.
And this is the reason occasionally, people ask like, oh, devs are playing in your tournament. Isn't that a bit unfair? And I'm like, nope, even we don't understand what the hell's going on sometimes. And Turnabout showing up again is a prime example of that. Plus, of course, of the decks in the event, there were 13 unique ones. And even amongst the 3 Devastator decks that showed up, they were all different builds. Plus, the Metroplex decks were built differently to a substantial degree. So it was a total crapshoot going into this, what would make it out of this gauntlet. And, of course, guess the secret action and a even split Metroplex ended up being the contenders there. But
Scamper slipping in now.
Regardless of what ends up happening here, both of these decks, I think, are going to define the early meta in Season 3. Metroplex
survives the swing.
What was that?
Vorath survives the swing.
Oh my!
Hey yo, there was some blue coming off of Scamper there, so yeah, it was a little underpowered.
Yeah, that'll do it, but that means that whatever Brett's about to attack with next is more likely to flip more orange, so that could be problematic here. But as I was saying, Metro being at the top now and being again on everybody's conscious, I would not be surprised if we saw a shift to more 2 and 3 wide teams. And guess the secret action is going to force a lot of direct damage and secret action hate floating around, Decipher and counter espionage, because of the fact that the way to beat this deck is to just try and blitz power.
Oh, high
Ooh.
value. That's 3 actions played. If Thundercracker were
But-
there, that would matter more. But
I will also point out that Pounce is in the wrong mode here to capitalize on it.
For the moment.
Yeah, he's gonna lose a secret action off this, but he still has the Spy Master secret action down, and he can easily beef back up to 9 attack in about 5 minutes.
Might rush again
Love
the
to see it.
Pierce swing.
love to see a Brainstorm play, just in general.
Right, like, honestly, like, I actually had a copy of Brainstorm in my sideboard this because Steven had inspired me, just based on how much he's been able to do with it, although I kind of got burned by that because mine basically did nothing this entire event. So, Steven, why did you have to lie to me? You are my rival, you are supposed to have respect for me, yada, yada, yada. Okay, I'm done ranting. For now.
Even inspired me actually a lot too. It's part of the reason why I ran 3 showing offs in my deck for this thing. And I actually felt really good about it. I never noticed flipping them. I'd only noticed when I drew into them, and then I got to get showing off value on my flip characters.
Yeah, and honestly, I actually kind of had the opposite because when I was building my deck, Naga actually recommended swapping the Heyman crashes I was playing out for Plasma Burst because the black icons really didn't matter that much, and it actually did work out pretty well. Although it did screw me over a couple of times with Energon Axe, but also I definitely felt the lack of icons on the flips, at least for blue icons. But that might just be me overthinking things because I screwed myself over in the winners finals, like I mentioned earlier. But we're not going to talk about that.
Throwing into showing off also just feels delicious. Like, especially if it's in your opening hand, you're like, all right, well, I know I'm going to proc Chrome Dome's thing twice,
Yeah,
and that's going to make my opponent super sad.
Yeah,
Yep.
but. And also, if you never got to do this, but the whole sideboard plan that you were messing around with.
Oh yeah, TFCon. I did run the deck once, and I did manage to showing off Perceptor out of my sideboard and make my opponent do the stupid thing like 3 times in the same game, and it was very stupid. I loved it.
And for anybody
good
asking,
deck.
like, isn't
Well built.
Perceptor still a problem? No, actually. I've actually figured out, like, I've gotten really good at figuring out Perceptor piles, so maybe that's just me. I don't know. But if you ever want advice on Perceptor piles, you know who to call.
Banning the health
gotta
heads
make-
is also him
Oh, yeah,
more
good point.
difficult to deal with.
Right. You got a point there. I keep forgetting the health heads are banned, but yeah. Anyway, so
It's all about making the opponent like just go through the mechanical motions over and over again. It makes my heart sing. Brett's
heard it.
thinking.
What I mean, Canadians committing war crimes. What a surprise.
Would you believe I looked at Brett's LED keyboard to make sure his feed wasn't frozen?
No, I would not. No, yes, I would. Also, Penguin is now listening in the call, so he's probably gonna get to hear us roast him and Brett the entire time live.
I'm still waiting for. There it is. There's the mouse cursor. Got it.
Yeah, Brett taking a long time here. We've seen him do this the entire event. He also has the station available
There we go.
for Metroplex, which, by the way, I'm gonna pull that up because I once again have
6
forgotten.
gun wiping out. 6 gun wiping Vorath there. Oh, he took the station.
Okay, yep, that's
sounds like-
exactly why I was pulling up. So Metroplex in both modes has the observation deck station. Of course, Brett had to reveal his hand at the start of the first turn. And the station, you have to be 6 stars or less to get in it. It gives +1 defense. And when a ranged character, 6 gun, takes it, you do 1 damage to the enemy it is battling. So the battle literally just ends by 6 gun hopping in the station.
Yep. And what was that secret action that Penguin revealed there? It's in
I-
his scrap now.
Perimeter.
It was
Patrol
what?
the perimeter. Okay. Patrol the perimeter.
No one got to flip battle cards, so the patrol of perimeter is the secret action.
Makes sense. Also, if you hear clunking coming from my microphone, that is because I am currently fidgeting with Core Volcanicus, because I found a Core Swoop at TFCon. And here goes the kitty cat. Meow, meow.
Yeah.
Comes with base attack.
Here's 2.
That's an exact KO on 6 gun.
Oh,
Oof.
Penguin wiping out the drones.
good move
We are-
there from Penguin.
We are still 2v2. my initial math turns out to be happening.
That's true. And
Okay, maybe the Canadian education system does deserve some, credence or whatever the hell you want to say.
1v4.5 turns into 4v4, turns into 2v2.
Turns
Yeah.
into, maybe a game 1 win for Penguin. Who knows?
What's our health on Metroplex at right now?
Currently at 8
Metro-
damage.
27 health remaining.
Ooh,
And
that's not a number you want to see.
Penguin has 17 between his 2 characters.
Oh, yeah,
That's going to be a lot of work to do.
especially. Oh wait, but Penguin gets the next attack on Metroplex, so he at least has an
does.
opportunity to try to, put some additional damage on and maybe snipe Slammer with something. I don't know. Actually, if Night Racer has a weapon, which she does with Scoundrels, you throw Night Racer into Slammer. Pounce still gets an attack on Metro, even if he triggers, and you get the bold 1 off of him from Slammer. So this is still actually a very winnable position for Penguin. He just needs to get Slammer off the board here.
So 8 to 9 there. So that was a null. That was just a
Oh.
bounce.
Besides the station ping, that was another attack.
Right.
Honestly, you take that if you're Penguin. If you're Brett, that's just plain unfortunate. Not gonna lie.
That's
It's
good turn
annoying,
denial. There was a defensive
It's a
secret
diff-
action too.
What do you expect to do with a 3 attack character in a mixed deck against 2 secrets?
Basically, turn into Feral and just get everything you need.
Oh, here we go. What are we getting?
Unlikely that Pounce is attacking this turn, so Night Racer will likely go in.
Whiffed.
Or whiff.
Pounce Search was a whiff.
Ooh,
I think there were
that-
only 3 cards left in the deck, so there was not very much to choose from.
Yeah, but
Uh,
still not something you want to see, especially in this tight of a game.
Hmm.
I wonder if he
Might have
spawned a
been-
black icon to use with Night Racer against Slammer.
What was that?
I
Yeah.
wonder if he saw a black icon in those cards to flip on Night Racer's attack.
Oh, good point. Good point.
Could be the case.
I was gonna say it might have been worth checking scrap before doing the flip, but yeah, that gives knowledge on what the attack flip's gonna be. Okay, here we go.
Night Racer
Slammer.
Slammer. No blacks in the flips
Uh-oh.
as of yet. 1 card to flip. And yeah, the blacks are going to matter because Slammer has flipped 2 double blues.
Oh boy. Any weapons there on Night Racer? I don't remember.
Scoundrel's Blaster.
Okay. So we are just kind of
Yes.
looking for any black pips here.
Correct.
And Penguin does run a decent amount of them with Patroller Perimeters, Smoke Cloaks, and Spy Masters, although 4 of them are currently on the field.
Right.
And the point position,
true.
actually. That's another one.
We're going for max drama flips here.
I guess. I mean, it's the finals. Might as well have max drama.
Unless I missed something. I believe we
Yeah,
only
max
have 3
drama.
cards flipped.
I'm just being the final.
What was that? You cut in and out there for a moment. Wheeljank? Hello?
Yeah, Penguin still needs to flip.
Oh, we got some packet loss.
Hello?
Hey, your
can
packets
hear
are
you
catching
again.
back up.
Another cut here.
Oh boy, this is full drama flips.
Wonderful. To that? Absolutely.
Get
Here's
the first 3.
That's a Patroller Perimeter. Here's 3 kills Slammer.
Highest
Yeah.
drama. We've got a beefed Metroplex, but we've got no support left. Unless that's a character I'm... No, that's not. Never mind. It's a rolling action.
Fight for position
50.
onto Metro. And attacking. Has to go into Night Racer.
Felines, ferrets,
Going
and
for
parakeets.
Bold 5.
Ooh, this could hurt. This could hurt.
Interesting. Revealing the secrets that Pounce is gonna not attack that hard. But it's possible that Night Racer has a good chance of surviving here.
Oh, was the sabotage armament the one that was under the Spymaster's Ruse?
No, it was a hidden fort.
Yep.
Or was
Hidden
it?
fort. Okay.
There was a Sab Arms and a Hidden Fort, both under Spymasters.
Oh, okay. there was both.
Oh,
Gotcha.
lovely.
Fun times had by
We love
all.
a Spymaster's Sabo Arms. It's a good flavor. Only 2 on Night Racer.
It takes 6,
Which-
but still kicking.
Metroplex managed to trigger even without the backup beam.
Ooh, wow.
Oh, nice.
But this is what I was talking about. Pounce still gets next attack here, so there's still a pretty decent chance if he can get a hefty enough swing off here. Though without Spymasters present, that does present a few problems.
Yeah.
Maybe we got a clutch brainstorm coming up. Like there was a recycle.
I guess.
That doesn't sound like a clutch brainstorm though.
Yeah,
No.
unless he's trying to figure out sequencing. In that case, maybe it's clutch brainstorm still.
The scariest thing about Pounce is
Only one
that
secret
attack boost
action.
is obviously awesome, but having 2 or 3 secrets out means he's very hard to kill.
Right.
It's very hard to deal with the threat that's getting boosted by your defensive actions.
Right. So sending Night Racer in again. Interesting move. Looks like
That's 10 on Metroplex now.
Pierce 2.
Yeah, just got the pissed.
So over to Brett's turn. Hit and run.
Literal war of it. Whoa.
So down to 9. Puts a damage on probably Pounce? Yep, Pounce.
Here comes the bold. Wonder what that secret is.
Sending
Sabotage
Metro-
armaments.
Another Sab Arms. No backup beam once again. That's amazing if you're Penguin, and it stinks if you're Brett.
Well timed one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
only 7 going in.
I imagine Brett was expecting a high probability that that's what the secret was.
Probably, but still doesn't make it any less painful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Draw,
If you're Penguin, you're
for
glad it wasn't a kinetic whip.
yeah.
With that hit and run, it would have been bold 4, regardless of the Sab Arms.
Yep, you take what you can get. For sure.
It's the part of the game I love watching when it's just the fist fight. It's the little bit of goading, the little bit of, what have I got?
the true Rock'em Sock'em Robots
Yeah.
nature of this game.
Yeah. Just everyone's low on resources and just punching each other.
Pretty much.
What can you sneak out? Like there's another secret. Wonder what it is.
And another hit into Metro going up to 15. Untap, draw for turn.
Yeah. So Penguin's got 10 health between his 2 characters, and Metroplex still has 20 left.
But Penguin's deck is more defensive heavy, so that evens out a slight bit. Though, of course, Brett's deck could
That's true.
easily swing the other way and just cause absolute fits.
Yeah.
I wonder what Brett's got in his hand.
Metroplex deck.
Mouse cursor even curious what's going on up here.
But whose turn is it right now? I've lost track.
It's Brett's. He's a very thoughtful player. It takes a long time.
Right, okay, that's what I figured. I just wanted to be sure.
In this situation, he's got a lot to process. The contents of his remaining deck, whatever he's got in hand and whatever that secret action may be, and who he wants to attack, I guess, because they're untapped, right?
Correct. I honestly, there's no situation here where he goes for Night Racer. He has to attack Pounce here.
Hmm.
Yep, bashes
Yeah,
out
that's
Smoke
Pounce.
Cloak on Pounce. That is about as obvious of a telegram. What?
Getting up to 3 defense.
Oh, he wants the defense because
Okay,
Night Racer is heavily armed. So
I was about to say, like, why would you flip to alt mode there? Why would you not just try to punch Pounce?
that +1 defense can make or break,
Oh, yeah.
depending on what he's expecting.
We have seen that far enough. Alive on one, anybody?
Mhm.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it just yet because he's still pretty healthy, but it's possible Brett's saving up for a kinetic whip attack or something.
That
Could be the card left in his hand.
That would make sense.
Then you evaluate out, is it worth getting rid of the Smoke Cloak or putting the whip on? Probably the Smoke Cloak.
Especially if you're going to try to turtle up like this and, guarantee that you can outgrind Penguin here in the late game.
And was that a full block?
That was a complete block. No damage was done to Pounce.
Oof.
Also, 7 people watching on YouTube. We are hot tonight.
Oh, I imagine Brett predicted he was unlikely to kill Pounce either way.
Which is a very heads-up play by him. I would not have been able to see that, so kudos to him.
I know I've encountered that before with Brett and other players. It's crossing my mind now.
Right. There's another secret.
Laser
Laser
Cutlass.
overriding
Oh.
the Scoundrels. That's always something you never want to see as an opponent of any sort of player like this.
That's
That
gonna hurt.
also-
Metroplex is gonna step on the sharpest piece of glass.
Takes 3,
get the
up to
piercing in.
18.
That also puts the Scoundrels Blaster back in Penguin's deck to eventually end up on Pounce.
Oh, you're right.
Yep.
The question is, how quickly is he going to be able to reshuffle and make that happen?
Yeah. The amount of tough he's dishing out, it's possible. We'll see it before the game ends.
19 damage on Metroplex.
Wait, where'd the 19th come from?
Pounce
getting
just swang and
damage.
Oh, okay, yeah, wheel turn. Duh.
yeah, he had a Pierce 1 in there if I recall correctly.
That will do it. That will indeed do something.
So to me, it feels like it's a close anybody's game.
For
How are
sure.
you two feeling right now?
I feel the same way, especially with Pounce still kicking here.
Brett has done very little damage since Slammer was KO'd. Penguin's characters are heavily damaged, but they're not taking much more.
Right.
Paralyzo box. Hello.
Maybe that's about to change.
We love the Paralyzo.
Yeah, Penguin's deck is very blue, so Brett's probably going to trigger very consistently with that.
For sure. Doesn't have the bonus for the melee mode to look at the top card of the opponent's deck of the city's finest views, but hey, who needs that when you just know what the opponent is playing? So Snare drops him to 2 attack, and
he misses the box.
Oh, that's a 6 attack swing. Good.
Oh, that's a white pip. Yikes. That's just the risk of Paralyzo box.
And then Brett goes and flips a double orange because of course.
It's like a
Whoa!
Techno, shake your computer. Where'd the mouse cursor go?
Techno! Techno!
Mouse cursor return. Hey, while we're here at this commercial break, let me just say this Popeye's Louisiana kitchen fried chicken tasting real good. These Cajun fries, just
not sponsored.
Someone's mom.
Not
just
sponsored.
Like someone's mom used to make them, and yeah, not sponsored. I just like them. I don't think the other. Oh, hey, thank you, Techno. We're back.
I do not eat from Popeyes. That's all I'll say on the matter.
I eat from specifically one.
Like 1,000 kilometers, not 1,000. Probably tens of thousands of kilometers away from me.
Sherburne Station area Popeyes for those in Toronto.
Yeah, Wheeljack can't get access to those glorious, as he says down there, chicken burgers, which makes absolutely no sense, but we are not going to go on that tangent here because
You never had a chicken burger?
No, no, he calls a chicken sandwich a chicken burger, even though the patty is not shaped like a burger.
I'm shrugging. This sounds like it's between you two.
Of course, the Canadian decides to take the peaceful route here.
This sounds like a you guys problem.
Yeah, again, I'm an American. I have a right to complain about when chicken sandwiches are dishonored, even though I don't eat chicken sandwiches. Anyways, how much is going on in here for Metro?
Americans love to complain.
We'll talk later. Anyways, although it was funny at TFCon when, I don't remember what it was, but Vangelis said something, and I'm like, this is why we don't let Canadians make decisions. And then somebody, I don't remember who it was, somebody yelled out, you're not even from a real state, right after I said, I'm an American. I'm not known for common sense.
I love state beefs at TFCon Toronto. Oh, Spy Masters Rosé, here we go.
Here we go.
Spy
Yeah, X-Pad comes down on the pounce.
Just tough one for now, but
again,
always room
alive on one is a thing, so
Yep.
take that as you will. No Pierce going in for 7. Up to 19.
Metroplex using that little bit of repair earlier to make turns happen again.
Indeed.
Yeah, it seems at this point Night Race is the threat on Penguin's side with that laser colors.
For sure.
Yeah.
Although Pounce could just as easily swing this game around at a moment's notice, so Brett really can't be taking any chances with either of them at this point.
The twofold pressure. You got
Penguin sets out Pounce. He's going to be really good.
heavily armed Night Racer, and we got a Spy Masters Rosé chilling out there with something. Could get another one down next turn. 3 cards in hand as well. Could be a brainstorm.
Paralyzo calling blue, sending Metro in.
White
Misses again!
Absolute. I would flip a table.
I'm sorry, who's playing the mixed icon deck here?
I was flip 2 double oranges in his attack though. Can't complain too much.
You're
True.
Who
It's mostly
Paralyzo for +4 when he can just flip double oranges?
if I have to call a pip like a pip, and then it's actually white, I get, because you never say white unless you know, right?
Right.
You're never gonna say white. You're gonna go like, oh, it's mostly blue, mostly orange, mostly black. And then the white pip shows up, says, "Hi, what's going on? I ruined your day."
Hello, darkness, my old friend. Copyright did for Sound of Silence.
There's that mouse cursor.
Can we just make the mouse cursor our sideline reporter at this point?
It's checking out the flips.
What's going on the ground there, Kessa?
Okay, am I gonna have to make another fake account based on the mouse cursor now?
I mean, we kind of know it's Techno's mouse cursor, so it's sort of fun seeing like what Techno was focusing on during some of those things.
And before you ask what I mean by another, for those of you who don't know, on the TFTCG Discord, you may have seen the account The Buy a few times. That's me. That's just me. I will straight up admit that here. That was me, a joke from like 3 years ago. I just haven't done anything with the account aside from like some commentary work since then.
By the way, Night Racer is down. Brainstorm
and vaporizing the Paralyzo, playing conservation here. Naga in the chat also loathing revealing white icons off a Paralyzo. Nine, block 6, take 3 up to 26.
You can't hear it, but we've got what a long game from Penguin there.
Honestly, I bet he's just exhausted at this point based on the fact of how long the games against me went, and now he's having to deal with this.
And this match will go up to 5 games potentially.
Oh god. And of course, if Brett manages to pull this out, that's another 3 to 5 games.
Yeah. So Metroplex has 9 remaining health, and Pounce seems to have 6.
But with 2 secrets in play, so you're comparing apples to oranges, really.
Yeah, 2 secrets and top 2 makes Pounce very unlikely to die. Although that is a pretty scary turn for Brett here. Connecticut with all.
All secrets and no firepower makes Pounce an exciting boy.
Yeah, at this point, every turn with more than one card in hand is going to be a bit of a decision.
For sure. Control the perimeter. For top 2. Does he trigger? I think he triggers.
It looks like he has.
Triggered.
It's just 1 damage, but hey, you take it.
Is he going to bust through that tough wall? Oh, so much.
2 for
so much tough.
What's that? 7 defense? 8 defense.
Yep, 12 to 8 takes 4.
Alive
on
one! Also, remind me after we're done with this, at some point, I need to go through every OI match and count how many alive on ones there were, because holy crap, this has just been nutty, this event.
One more ult, and Metroplex takes it if he survives. One more zap. One more any ping. It's 12.
Wait,
I know that you're pre-recording, but
getting some math.
Yeah.
Not sure what's going on here exactly.
Yeah.
There were enough cards flipped. I could imagine it was also, like, I didn't catch it. I would imagine it might have just been double checking the math.
Probably. Now you get
Yeah. Might be glare spots as well, because that side of Tomato's a bit glary.
Yeah.
Brett flipping 2 double blues on that defense.
Oh my god, what the hell?
Metroplex says, "Don't touch me."
Seems to quite often get 2 of the right double.
Funny how that works sometimes.
Yeah.
Moving over to Brett's turn. How much damage is on Metro? 25, 29. Ooh, if Pounce can take 1 more hit here.
Yeah, we're down to probably the last 2 turns max on this one.
Yeah.
A successful attack wins at this point, most likely.
Oh, gotta love when games go down to the wire like this.
If Brett doesn't have a flip effect here, he's got an interesting choice to either flip for the bold 2 or stay in bot mode to try to trigger.
Right.
Even having 2 secrets makes it difficult to kill Pounce.
For sure.
Without that direct damage.
Unless, of course, he's like a madman playing take cover. I haven't looked at his deck yet, so I have no idea.
Reflect damage.
Oh god. I got reflect damaged in my match against GN, and oh my god.
Such a good card.
When it works.
Yeah.
Oh, checking Zab arms.
Yep.
Checking for Zab arms.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Don't like that there's 0. That's
there is no Zab arms in
Penguin's
scrap pile. That is a big scrap pile too.
Lack of security. It's a lack of a feeling of security.
If you're Brett, you probably have a paper bag right now and are just hyperventilating to the moon.
Yeah, I'd be thinking.
You can't see Brett's face right now, but I guarantee you he has a face that just reads, well, thanks for that, I guess.
Here's what I'm wondering is if he is certain it's the Sav arms, does he have any way of maneuvering around it that would help at this point?
Not really. He doesn't, to my knowledge, he doesn't play nearly as many, like, on-action bold effects as Ozzy does, so I don't think he has that as an option to get around it. I could be completely wrong there. I don't have the deck list pulled up because I'm lazy.
Once again, thanks to LED lights in keyboards for maintaining the veracity of the stream connection.
Yep. It's very hard to tell otherwise.
That's what we call good thinking pose.
And if we would be playing the Jeopardy theme right now, except we get copyright struck. Naga's saying he only has fight for position, no height advantage, maybe supercharge.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Try
see.
that.
Naga also pointing out he runs 3 and 3 on the double pip normals.
Yeah, that explain. Yeah, good call. Good call.
As far as I know, I think Brett's deck is all the doubles, 3 each of backup beam and 5 for position, and the rest is white. Although I might be wrong there.
I would have to check. But I'm too lazy to do that right now.
Plus the bashing shield we can see on screen.
Yep.
Backup beam in. Fight for position.
Okay, he does have the bold action.
If it's not sab arms, it's really good. But if it is,
Let's see who bluffed who.
Penguin's
Oh,
trying to
you've got
make the
2.
decision.
Penguin's got 2 secret actions down. Which one's the? Oh, you're doing both.
Tonight, he did have the Sam arms.
Oh boy. Oh boy. But that means Pounce doesn't have the double power.
Coming down to the wire. Coming down to the wire. Woo! Anybody else?
if Brett triggers, it's
Anybody
over.
else? Anybody else's heart sound like a weed eater? Does he get the trigger? He doesn't trigger.
No trigger.
Yeah, Tetra Knight blocking any simple pierce.
Yep. It's trigger or bust, I think.
Ooh. Woohoo. Are we doing a drama flip again? Are we waiting for the recycle? Oh, you
I
boys.
think so. Oh, Penguin, Brett, why did you have to do this to us? We want
I would have done it.
I
would have done it too.
No.
I would have done the exact same thing. Good on them. Good play.
It is technically correct to wait until Brett fully flips all his cards before Penguin starts flipping.
But like,
Yeah.
who does that ever aside of from OPBL shenanigans?
Metroplex is a good one to do it for too, because of the potential for him to kill someone before they flip cards, and Cosmos as well.
Yeah.
That's another
Oh,
one.
Naga's got some deck list info while we're waiting. 3 hit and run, 3 roll ad, 3 matrix, all doubles, 3 escapes, and 3 whips.
Okay, Stewie, shut up.
I remember seeing a Rapika version early in the event.
Yeah, he does have 3 rapid conversion, I'm pretty sure. That was one of the big differences. Like, he went all out on the flip cards. Here we go.
Getting trigger. No trigger. Didn't get the second blue.
But gets a double orange.
What's that? 2, 4, 8 difference.
12? That's a KO! And
Bomb!
Brett takes game 1! What a game! Down to the wire!
Wilden.
Oh,
We Wilden.
Yeah.
I was commentating so hard from that, I think I gave myself a cramp.
We bleep Wilden.
Oh,
Yeah, Metroplex was on, what was it, 9 damage with a half-dead Night Racer and Pounce.
oh my god. That was
And
just...
then Penguin managed to climb all the way up to, what is that?
What a
29
game.
damage?
That was nutty. Anyways, as we go into game 2 here, reminder, best of 5s, there is no sideboarding between game 1 and game 2, so we are playing this back again unmodified. So, with Penguin losing the first game, what potentially could he do differently here to try and get the jump early on Metro, so when he does pivot to attack the minions, he isn't climbing out as much of a hole? That's a question for the panel.
Sorry, I was having some delicious Popeyes chicken in my mouth. What was the question?
Not sponsored by Popeyes. So, like, what can Penguin do differently here to try and get the jump on Metro early, so when he does have to pivot to the minions, he isn't climbing out of as much of a hole?
I suppose that now that he knows the contents of Brett's deck, he can make slightly different or slightly better informed secret action calls. Not to say any of them were poorly informed, but now he's aware of the contents of the deck that might inform some stuff like, oh, you're not running this, you are running this. Other than that, like very granular decisions about targeting.
Now knowing how Brett plays the deck might also help him.
True, yep.
Because again,
it's a very atypical style of playing Metroplex.
At least in recent years, like this is how like Metroplex was intended by the devs, I'm pretty sure. But Ozzy kind of took one look at that and was like, but what if we didn't?
What's great about this is that game was so close. I don't think that the wait for sideboarding is even going to be that painful for either of them, unless they have something real like Baller in their sideboards.
Right, but we'll find that out in between games 2 and 3.
Yeah. So this is probably just going to be ideally as exciting for them as the last one. Because there was no outright dominance going on in there. That was just the threaded wire. That was walking on a tightrope with buckets hanging off your ears.
Which again, for that game 1, excellent performance to both of you. And this isn't meant to put on a show. This is meant to be legitimate competition, but you put on a show for the audience.
I'll gas them up a bit. This is why they're in the finals. They're running this kind of like down to the wire. We got a 1v4 that turns into a 3v3 kind of stuff. Down to the wire. Final attacks matter. What secret action it is it kind of calls. There's the opening hand, by the way.
Hit and run, intensifier whip, fight for position. That's a pretty damn good opener.
It's just all the juicy candy, all the lovely toys.
Penguin going first again.
Also,
interesting call.
Vangelis, screw you. I'm now craving a Kit Kat.
I'm here to help. My national pride and joy, nutless Kit Kats, Canadian milk, just good old-fashioned chocolate and wafer. We love it. Crash Bash going in.
Yeah, interesting the Penguin first. I think forcing Brett to expose Metroplex to your whole team might be the way to go.
Yeah, like, again, forcing Metro to go first also prevents him from getting a play, so that's a very interesting decision on Penguin's part. Again, especially considering he's sending Crash Bash in first rather than Ironic or Night Racer.
I'm curious if that decision is almost maybe not entirely, but heavily based on the fact that Crash Bash dying to a just big uppercut wouldn't lose a body necessarily.
I mean, theoretically, but wouldn't you want to get like a maximum swing and burn as much as you could with Metroplex's deck? By
if I could.
Crash Bash?
If I could, yeah. I'm thinking, because I'm watching and not playing, I'm getting all kinds of like 4-dimensional concepts on what might be going on here.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to think about all the possibilities when you're not in the driver's seat.
For sure. But hey, that's
Matrix
why
flip.
I'm in the commentator's booth and these two are actually playing.
Any white pips in there?
One white pip.
Oof, but that's all decent
orange.
That could be significant here. Penguin now flipping extra whites that he didn't want. Taking 8 damage onto Crash Bash. Not what you want to see if you're Brett.
But no trigger does allow him to actually attack with his full team into a 1-defense Metroplex.
Naga just yelling whip in the chat.
Brett didn't miss anything off that whip, right?
Nope.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Roll 2 and 2 for the white.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, also equal chance that Naga and the audience in the chat might be a few seconds to a minute behind us too.
Good point. Good point.
This is good news for Penguin, although the decision point when it's like, okay, second turn, you get to play your cards, now you swing with everybody, right? Who's gonna get what?
Yeah.
Are we gonna get a secret action down? One would hope so.
Right.
That is one of the most awkward parts about playing against one-white teams. You only get, if you go second, 1 flip, 1 play, and then they all go in.
Yep.
And obviously gets 2 flips in a play and 2 plays because he went first.
Yeah, unless you're playing like Heat of Battle or Designated Target or something like that. And Naga is now making fun of me in the chat for saying I'm slow at reading. I'm a TCG player. What do you expect, man?
Reading the chat
You
explains
think
the
you
chat.
got a lot of practice?
Anyways.
Oh, Spy Master's Ruse. That's 2 secrets down for this big swing.
Brainstorm,
Ooh.
Masters, and a regular secret that.
Oh, that's off a brainstorm too. Holy Jehovah. Yeah.
That is.
Holy
a big
mackerel. So
Getting PS1.
go up to 4 with damage down on the Metro. Night Racer going in for 3 flat only. Ugh.
Penguin has got kinetic converter on Pounce now, so he can set up a lot of good draws with that across the course of the game.
For sure. He's been getting value out of that with Pounce all event.
As far as we've seen so far, Brett hasn't got any utility removal, so he's going to have to kill Pounce to get rid of that card draw.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's an opening 2 turns pocket processor too. That's raw value.
Which, to be fair, he probably wants to kill Pounce anyway, because it's Penguin's strongest attacker.
I mean, there's a reason he was telling me to, just blitz Pounce in the winners finals.
I looked right at the brainstorm and I was like, yeah, it's a pocket processor, because upside down the art looks the same to me. Forget about that.
It is very similar. Wheeljack looking at stuff.
What was that about making fun of me, not reading the chat, Vangelis?
Yeah, and Naga did that.
Naga reporting that Brett is indeed not playing any utility removal. I think the Bashing Shield is the only removal of any description he's playing.
Scamper doubles removal if he can flip him.
True, but again, that's not utility removal.
Yeah, again, still doesn't hit the utilities. So yeah, his only utility removal is kill the character it's on.
So Pounce hitting for, I believe, 7 there. So Metro up to 11. That's about where you want it to be. Now it's going to be at 10 because, of course... Oh, right, Brett had that hit and run in the opening game. I act like I'm surprised by that, but then I forget that he was in the opener. So what the hell am I doing? Out comes Slammer.
5 Metroplex. If he triggers Crash Bash, he might be able to get a headlock here.
Oh, boy. And Paralyzo box.
Paralyzo.
He's setting up, I think, to deploy Scamper next turn.
Oh, what's this?
And Slammer in for a ton of damage.
There's going to be a
fully
big
defensive. Fully defensive secret action.
White icon, blue icon, white icon.
2 double oranges.
Red.
Gets the trigger.
There's the other blue.
Blue. Here
And
comes the little man.
Tapped.
Crash Bash not really doing much this set, I will say. Okay, so important note.
Techno laying out. Vorath does not get tapped.
Is not tapped. If he can juice Vorath up here, he might get a decent shot in the Metroplex.
Metroplex has performed a headlock.
Oof.
So Brett will not be able to send Slammer in this turn with that box. But Penguin's forced to just send in Vorath, and then Brett could potentially deploy a drone and get 2 swings next turn.
Exactly.
Again, that thing with Pounce, you get 2 secrets, you get that +4 attack, but you also have 2 secret actions to defend with. Brett noting down what cards Penguin's picking up.
That is completely allowed.
Yep. I don't see that every day.
Uh-huh.
Oh, what we getting off Pounce?
Yep. He's going to stack his deck and then draw for the converter, so he gets the best of the top 3.
Point
Get that
position
point
on
position
Ironic.
Ironic play again.
Yep.
Here we go. Clutch play. Vorath, naked swing into Metroplex.
He's going to go to Pierce.
Holy moly, he got the, he got the Spy Masters.
Borath the champion! Maybe, I don't know.
Lord Vorath.
There's only one Lord Headmaster, and you know who he is.
Vorath almost literally earning his entire place in the deck in that one action.
Wheeljank, there's some people who would like to speak to you after this.
Escape routing, we popping.
Probably Scamper.
He's got 6 gun in his hand at the moment.
Yeah.
No, he's looking back.
Debating.
There's enough funny stuff out there. Yeah, 6 gun.
Goes for 6 gun. Okay, I look like an idiot once again. Like,
The
honestly,
Metroplex board shuffle once again.
I just need to stop predicting things because of the fact that I always get it wrong.
I probably would have gone for Scamper, personally, but...
Honestly, I could see this going either way, so, like, it's not really a terrible decision to deploy 6 gun here. Up!
Uh-oh.
No! Honestly, this is probably Naga's fault, let's be real.
Oh man, I can
he's
hear them
hacking the
talking
internet.
still. So we just have to use the theater of the mind. You got the +4. Someone said, "Oh, we're back." Oh, Penguin realizing plan what? Oh, never mind.
Ah!
Uh-oh.
Okay, we're back.
We back. Taking 4.
I'm just waiting for Naga to yell at me in the chat for accusing him. Yeah, there he goes. And again,
Finished.
what is going on?
What's going on with these cameras?
Oh boy.
Oh, they're both blanking out simultaneously, so it must be.
That's on the viewer end. I've had that happen with mine before. Discord is gets very hey, listen, sponsor of the event, Discord, I guess, gets very persnickety.
We're not actually sponsored by Discord for legal reasons.
I wish we were sponsored by them so I could lose us that sponsorship immediately by saying that Discord can sometimes be one big old just ball in a bucket when it comes to having 2 cameras running and 1 person looking.
Zero controlling in the chat right now, trolling Naga, telling him to stop traveling back in time and hacking the cameras.
He's actually in the future.
I have no idea what's going on anymore.
Don't blame Naga. It's me. What else? What's going on? Oh, okay. We were doing a recycle on a flip. That's what it was. 5 in on Ironic. Perfect kill on Ironic.
Perfect kill.
Oh, not what you want to see.
Penguin letting off.
Then game 1.
Penguin letting off the classic on that one.
Not to be confused with the eh.
Like we all know that noise, right? That noise you make when you're like, I think I can survive, and then it's you're dead on the nose, and you're like, oh, I really wish I wasn't.
How could this happen?
Yeah, so far Penguin's taken 26 damage across the board and Brett's 11.
Not what you want to see if you're Penguin for sure. Pounce goes meow meow probably.
It's not huge, but also Metroplex has been getting single point heals here and there, and if Metroplex has that much of a lead, those single point heals mean a lot more, in my opinion at least.
For sure. And again, we saw how close Penguin got last time, so 1 point of health can make a huge difference.
Yeah.
Pounce is not a... Pounce is absolutely a cat. Hold on.
So 100% a cat.
The challenge is try to confirm without looking at the TF wiki.
No.
I'm looking at the cat art.
Pounce's tail does imply cat. Pounce has a long, thin tail. But Transformers quadrupeds do have a great ability to just look like quadrupeds.
Okay, so according to his bio, Pounce transforms into a robotic puma, and pumas
Are cats.
Surely we could have just ended on the word puma.
Yeah, so
Whip's getting vaporized.
Pounce is a cat. I win, you lose, give me my money.
Yeah, pointed ears and pointed face also implies cat.
Now here's the question. Should we design a card that's just a laser pointer that specifically messes with Pounce and Ravage?
Just make it mess with secret actions.
We'll talk later. Naga! It's Pumbaa, not Puma. What the fuck?
Heavily armed Vorath, by the way, just murked Slammer, I believe.
Yep. I pronounce it Puma, but I'm not sure if that's correct.
Big appreciation to my co-host for not once blinking every time I so far said Spy Master's Ruse.
Oh, I
Yep.
recognize that. I just am choosing to ignore it.
Same.
It's the sexy modern way to say it.
Keep in mind, this is also the person who claims that Riz is an unacceptable word, but drizzle as a combination of drip and Riz is okay.
Well, I mean, stay tuned for my upcoming presentation video from TFCon Toronto where I tell everyone about how to maintain their CSAC.
Why do I hang out with you? Anyways, Slam.
I've got buckets of
comes out.
delicious Popeye's chicken. That's what.
That would be a reason for me to stay away from you. Anyways, Pounce going in, or not.
Scamper coming out.
Why the hell did I go immediately jump to Pounce?
Because
Take a
cat.
station?
I swear to God, I'm losing my mind.
Can't take the station. Metroplex is
Oh,
not
yeah, Metroplex is untapped. Good cat.
True.
We'll see if they remember that.
This is kind of the bummer feeling, right? It's like, who am I kind of borderline wasting on Vorath?
Yeah.
Block 3, dead on the nose. Ooh.
Just who killed him?
Who killed him?
Six.
Gun. Oh,
6 gun.
that's not what you want to see. I
Pounce
pounced
takes
to
up to the top
Pounce.
3.
Zero asking, why does Vangelis keep delicious Popeye's chicken in his pocket?
I'm like a kangaroo. They're my little kids, but they're delicious.
Look, I know we're supposed to, metaphorically kill our children on the design team here, but I don't think that's what that's supposed to mean.
Kangaroos are pretty tasty.
Who said
People
that?
ask me questions. People ask me questions. I give them answers.
I'm sorry, Wheeljack, did you just say kangaroos are tasty?
Yeah. They're
I mean, I
very
assume
lean.
you're cooking them.
Yeah, they're cooked.
I'm gonna need a minute to process that.
Pretty good on pizza too.
Is this a bit, or do you actually eat kangaroo down there?
It's not as common as typical farm animals, but it is sold. Kangaroo burgers, kangaroo meat.
I have seen kangaroo meat at a supermarket here in Toronto once that gets import meat sometimes. They got some in LA apparently too.
Nice. There's so many roos. They outnumber Australians like 10 to 1.
They're also they're buff AF, and like I would get freaked out if there were like if I got cornered by 3 buff ass like pectoral bicep kangaroos, I would no longer think I'd win that fight. Two
No.
of them, maybe, because I could poke two of them in the eyes.
Okay, Zero's not helping in the chat by saying children. The other one.
Well, I mean, depends on it. Yeah.
What is happening? Anyways, who's attacking? Hit and Run comes down on the Metroplex.
Except the game.
Scamper goes into Night Racer. Turnabout Snare.
Turnabout Scamper does literally nothing.
Yeah, I suspect that turnabout was expecting something else.
Yeah. Yeah, Brett
Backup
can't block
beam.
the bounce attack.
Yeah,
England
pouring
doesn't
one
have
out
a
for
huge
our
lead.
friend King Naga. Would have commentated if possible, but is raspy and sick. Get some of that good hot tea down that throat.
Ooh,
Oh,
that's
Energon
on your
X.
pounce. That's a sentence you never want to hear.
Pounce now armed. Yeah,
I go in a Scamper. Yeah,
Scamper, yeah.
Scamper can do with the X.
It's not
Wants to
optimal,
get
but you
rid
gotta
of
do
that.
it.
Get rid of that little helper.
Got
And Pierce
PS4.
too.
So
Oh, Pierce 4.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Why are we swapping me out on the commentary team? Excuse me?
That's some unruly text chat in there.
Why would we swap me out?
To give you time to process all this news about kangaroos.
You're not wrong, honestly.
Oh, what we got? A lot of orange.
a lot of orange, but no second white.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But
the Aussie algorithm showing up in spirit right now.
turnabout snare as well.
Ooh.
A mere swing of 10. That's
Dead on
still
the
kills him.
nose! Pounce is gone. Night Racer versus Metroplex. I don't think that's gonna turn out pretty well for Night Racer.
Metroplex with currently 10 damage on.
And 6 guns backing him up as well.
And 6. Yeah, is this a scoop situation or is there a way out?
More fun if you play it out, but
yeah. 100%. I'm expecting if they're doing a best of 5.
Save your energy,
yeah, scooping.
probably.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a scoop. Alrighty, so going to game 3, Brett up 2-0, and now sideboards will be allowed. Let's listen in to see who's going first. I couldn't hear who went first. Anyone thinking about sideboarding characters? Okay, they're going to sideboarding battle cards. We'll find out who's going first. But while that's going on, I have a very major announcement to make. Over the last few weeks, you've been seeing teasers throughout the event of an upcoming promo character that we promised to release when the grand finals happen. Well, the time has come. So it is my honor to introduce to you, in partnership with Nonef, Paddles, Gentle Giant. He protect, he attack, but most importantly, he has the Dinobots backs. We're excited to finally introduce more Dinobot support now that the sludge problem has been dealt with. And if you want to play him for yourself, he's available right now on Transformers.cards for download, for use on Tabletop Simulator, and for redemption in the Shannick store. He'll also be available on Octagon soon, or possibly already is, but Zero might be working out some bugs on that one. We're working on it. Anyways, Paddles is, again, available now for use. And massive thank yous to Nonef Art for sponsoring the art for this card, and for, I believe, Nate Phoenix, we're not sure the exact name there. I'm getting two different things, but you know who I'm talking about, for doing the art for this. He looks absolutely stunning, and again, we've been testing paddles like crazy for the last few months. He is an absolute blast to play, and he really adds a unique aspect to the Dinobot. So go download him now. He is an absolute blast. Anyways, let's move back over to the sideboarding process. Again, you can find him on Transformers.cards, as I previously mentioned.
I think I heard a ghost in my ear mention that the Octagon integration of the card is also up now.
Okay, so Octagon is available. That's good to hear. But yeah, paddles. Also, fun fact, all the TFCon attendees who swung by the TCG room got to see a early look at paddles alt mode. So if you're watching, if you were at TFCon and are watching this replay / stream, now you get to see bot mode as well. Like I said, he sees somebody with a bullet hole in him. He's like, just come here, you son of a... And an important note,
Also,
to all 16 OI participants, including Vangelis and Wheeljank, every one of us is actually getting a copy of Paddles for free. So, yeah.
did you hear that ghost too just now?
Awesome.
Yeah, I heard it. Basically,
It's so crazy.
Basically, we're just making sure everybody has the Paddles in their life. Plus, at future TF Cons, we will most likely be giving away copies of Paddles for free, because again, everybody needs a Paddles in their life.
Haunted ass stream. I'm hearing ghosts.
Are you sure that isn't the chicken causing you to have hallucinations?
No, it hasn't digested far enough for that stuff to kick in.
Maybe it's the kangaroo.
Wait, so hold up. You're admitting, so if we follow this logic chain, so you're saying that kangaroo meat is the equivalent of LSD.
Legalization is real, baby. I'm assuming it's not in Australia.
I have no idea.
Oh, Canada. Did we catch who's going first?
No, we
Nope.
did not. I tried to listen in and I missed it.
Yeah, I mean, in our live pre-recorded copy of the game, there's, you know, when it's out of game, it gets a little bit mumbly here and there.
Yep. There's not as much action. There's not as much yelling. I hate it.
The classic webcam 1, 2, 3 cut.
Viewer has described that Brett is going first.
Red is going first. Okay. Oh yeah, 4 cards. There you go.
What's the opening hand?
Hanno plus a 5 position escape route, and I didn't catch the other one.
Neither did I.
I saw the handheld blaster, yeah. Well, surprisingly, Brett electing to swing in with Metroplex.
Who could have seen that one coming? Why didn't he swing with Scorponok that he clearly has sitting there? I don't know.
Going straight in the pounce. Understandable, but annoying for Penguin.
Yep. So, yeah, Brett is up 2-0 now. So if Brett takes this one, I believe that's match?
That's match, but then we have to play another match because Penguin still has a loss to give.
Right. FGC type stuff. Remember that?
I don't understand that
double
rule,
brackets. Gotta love them.
Whenever I see loser repassage, I just always attribute it to the FGC first and foremost. Over in fencing, even though I think we possibly invented the word repassage, nobody actually does that in fencing competitions much anymore. Because
look, I know you're Canadian, but knock the French off, please.
It's the sport, baby. It's dominated by the Italians and the French. That's what they would tell you.
And guess what?
Not.
No one cares about the Italians or the French.
Repassage.
The Italians and the French do.
What was that?
I imagine the Italians and the French care a lot about.
I mean, have you seen Paris?
By the way, Poutine Report from TFCon Toronto. I tried it because I got stuck there for lunch one time. It was mud. Don't get it.
Remember last year when I almost choked on the poutine?
It's because the hotel poutine, 50-50 chance. It is not poutine. It is just a pile of mud.
No, last year it was because Aaron was making that stupid Grizzle the Rat joke.
Flips there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I almost died in Toronto, ladies and gentlemen. I almost died in a foreign country.
Don't do that.
Yeah, I didn't. Thankfully.
So of note, Bellicosity has been flipped in Brett's flips, and Hostilities has been flipped in Penguins.
Hee.
Some of the sideboard cards come out to play.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Dueling sideboard cards, one might say.
Hmm.
7 Piers 1. That's 9 damage on Metroplex on the wheel turn. That seems suboptimal compared to before.
Yeah, he had 11 last time, only 9 now. Not exactly what you want to be seeing.
Yeah, I think Brett flips really
Still
well for
plenty-
defense.
Plenty of game left to go, but
For
yeah.
sure, but not what you want to see if you're Penguin.
Handheld for the bold. We love to see it.
Just
I mean, that's-
Bellicosity.
And
Sabotage armaments to scrap a handheld blaster. How often do you see that?
Counter espionage in flips as well.
Ooh,
Brett just having all the answers, especially the counter espionage.
some good raw gamer gas in there.
Yeah, Brett just going for a big swing. Bellicosity, no chance of triggering.
I mean, he's got an attack into pounce here. He might as well take that opportunity.
Yeah, fair call.
Also, I finally figured out how to actually do Studio Series Blackout's transformation, so he looks right.
Congratulations. That's another TFCon Toronto get.
Yep. I'll tell that story later, probably in the in between games 3 and 4, assuming Penguin wins this, or in between
After
games in
after
between
this-
batch 1 and 2 if Brett wins this.
After this game, I may run off to grab another beverage because I did not have sufficient liquid with me for this event. But
Duly
I
noted.
will make sure to be present during actual gameplay.
Right out. Metro now up to 13.
Oh, we're getting on it.
This thing doing numbers.
Yeah, I always figure you want to see Metroplex really close to 20 if you get 2 gigantic swings off on him.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Again, that 35 health is both the most and the least in the game.
Yeah,
It's,
playing against
it is-
Metroplex a lot with Aussie. My Bugs deck could usually get about 17 on average in the first.
That's what we're at right now. Oh, yeah, the first one.
But Penguin is on a blue deck and Bugs is heavy orange,
Yeah.
so that's understandable.
Yeah. You just don't want to be facing up like you don't want to be facing up a barely scratched Metroplex after like a couple wheel turns. It is psychic damage, if anything else.
Especially with the
Yeah.
minions popping out here and there, so.
Yeah, the psychic damage of him being just a mountain to climb of that
Yeah.
35. But he
I
is
mean, this is
half
a-
dead at this point.
This is a long haul style of game too, so style of match, I should say.
Also,
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
want to make sure you're
Flammer is deployed. Is Pounce dead?
Pounce is
Yes, I
died
believe
with
so.
his first 2 attacks.
Oh, dead.
Yeah.
Metroplex 7 free reign on whoever he wants with that bold 3.
solid
Right.
hate was in there.
Actually, he went in a crash bash, given Penguin flipping for tough one.
Yeah, that
We
would
got a
make
recycle.
sense.
Cutting off
Ironic,
Penguins.
probably. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Cutting off Penguin's card draw from Pounce early is also going to hurt him.
For sure.
Yeah. Ironic, probably in character, really wondering where that point position went after 2 games of pulling that off.
Yeah. Although it wouldn't do much in this situation because he's not tapped.
True, yeah. It's a nice way to try to regain a little bit of control against the alts.
Right.
Alt trigger. Were those tripwires always in Penguin's deck?
I don't
don't
think
think-
so.
I like Tripwire. That's some good hatred. That's a good hatred card.
Yeah, it's a good card. Interesting to pull in against Metroplex, because usually the drones are swinging in tandem with Metroplex on a wheel.
Yeah.
But might work.
Yeah, it's kind of a risky thing, but I could see envisioning a good punish just in case.
Good thing the Crash Bash survived that swing there, otherwise Penguin would have been headlocked.
Crash Bash actually surviving as well at the cost of Pounce.
Yeah.
So we've got 17. How much damage total dealt to Penguin here so far?
Well, 12 from Pounce, 2, 4, and 13 on the field, so 25.
25-17. Feeling bad with minions still to come. Naga pointing out Tripwire is adding direct damage he doesn't have. Yeah, I the one on Tripwire can be very important too.
Yeah.
Oh!
Espionage. Takes the 5th position.
And just a secret, okay. Oh, justice. I'm just greedy. I like seeing...
Wait a minute. Hold up. That's an illegal move.
Is it?
Well, how are we going to tell them now?
Yeah, we can't, because scoundrels can't only be put on Decepticons, I'm pretty... Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, scoundrels can't be put on Eric.
Yeah, I got caught. It got caught.
Okay.
Alright.
It's not like terrifying resilience and unflinching courage. Whoa!
I mean, we just said those numbers, right? I
Penguin,
could envision.
Penguin just conceded, I think.
Well, I mean, Wheeljank, what were those numbers again? It was 17 to 20 something.
25 damage on Penguin's team, 17 on Brett's.
I could envision that being the case.
So
Up to match 2.
Conceding, and on to match 2 we go.
Hang on, there was a ghost in my ear there just for a second. What did that ghost say? Hey, the ghost is wondering if we need to pause for a short break.
I think the ghost that's running the stream needs to switch over to another thing so he can set up the VOD replay of the second match.
Yeah, the ghost should do that. This seems like a great time for me to go get my ecto suit to protect myself against ghosts, aka a glass of Coca-Cola. So I'll be right back.
Yep, and then this is a good time for me to talk about my experience in the dealer room at TFCon, because long story short, I was doing my usual run through of it, and oh hey, there's Paddles again. Again, he's available for download now on Transformers.cards. But as I was saying, I was perusing the dealer room. I wasn't seeing anything. I was on my second pass, and then I noticed one vendor had a core swoop for a decent price too. I had them hold it while I ran to the ATM to get some cash, and on the way there, I spotted a leader class or a Studio Series Blackout for market value. Managed to get a couple bucks off of it, and then ended up taking out a bunch more cash, and ended up with a Studio Series Blackout and a core class swoop. So now I have a complete Volcanicus plus one of my chase figures in, a Blackout. So, anyways, I need to fill the void. How y'all doing?
I ain't afraid of no ghosts.
Scoundrel's Blaster, yep, put on Decepticons only.
Oh, we have a break screen.
Yep. Also, Wheeljank, if you're in the call, what does kangaroo taste like?
I don't know how to describe it.
Gamey.
Yeah, it's a very tough meat.
I've heard a lot of unidentified meats as far as like, your usual person who just lives in a city and eats pork and chicken and etc. A lot of exotic meats tend to either be chicken or gamey or somewhere in between, as far as like a regular civilian palate.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm here now, and people can hear me. I always imagine kangaroos a bit like kind of almost like pork.
A ghost. Yeah, I was gonna say that I was envisioning pork because they're not poultry and they're not reptilian. So I figured it was gonna lean porkish.
And they're like
Yeah.
big.
Yeah. They are a weird group of mammals, but yeah, I think I don't know.
I always think about that video where a kangaroo had a guy's dog in a headlock, and the guy got his
Right.
dog free by punching the kangaroo in the face. And the kangaroo didn't look like it was hurt; it just looked surprised.
I need to watch that video. I'm gonna go watch that real quick.
It's like if a flea kicked you in the jaw. Like you wouldn't be hurt; you'd just be like, "I didn't think a flea would do that."
Yeah.
It's changing my
Kangaroos,
worldview.
Oh, look at that!
Yeah,
It's the first search
no chill.
result.
Have you seen the one where someone? I think they're like, I don't know if they were paragliding or if it was just a parachute, or like coming into land somewhere, and then a root just runs up to them and starts punching them.
You landed in the wrong
Oh,
spot. They're
Yep,
just trying to help.
the kangaroo just
Mhm.
stands there like, you see this guy? You see this guy?
I appreciate that of all matches of all time, not just this event, all time, this is the most kangaroo-filled match we've ever had.
Is there, okay,
Mhm.
was there a kangaroo
That's just an Aussie
transformer?
commentating.
Yes,
If there was a is there a kangaroo transformer for Beast Wars?
almost positive. Yes.
Yes. It never had a toy. It was designed by a kid, and it was put into the Game Boy Color fighting game. Its name is Star Upper.
That's right.
That is a lame ass name, not gonna lie.
Or
Basically, his
amazing
name is his attack. He
Okay.
uses an uppercut. It sends you to the stars.
Naga, Grindor, and Blackout are not the same toy. Jeez.
Well, I mean, on a technicality, that's correct.
Shut up, shut up, shut up. Blackout
They
and
come with
Grindor-
different little friends.
Blackout and Grindor are not the same. I will not argue about this.
They come with
It's the
different
same.
little accessory buddies, like physically different accessory
Which
buddies.
one comes with the Scorponok?
Ratchet and
Blackout.
Ironhide
That's the better one.
are the same.
Yeah, if I remember right, Grindor comes with like a little Ravage or something.
Who cares about that? I know. I take the pick. I really like movie Ravage.
Oh, right. Naga's got it. Grindor has the redesigned wrists that have the extra joint put in too. I forgot they did that.
Also, Wheeljank, is kangaroo meat red or white?
Red.
It's red.
Oh. The more you know.
It's very chewy meat.
Probably like like I'm imagining it as something equivalent to pork chops, basically.
All right. Are we ready to resume, gentlemen?
I guess so.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
go fade off into the silence and let you guys continue.
That was so weird how a ghost just
The
showed up
ghost
and
is
talked to us
leaving.
about kangaroo meat.
Right.
You're
Anyway,
no longer altered.
here we go. We should probably have the ghost reset the win counter since this is technically a different match.
Yeah, we're 0-0 again, but Brett has won the first one.
It is now
Um,
nobody has a loss to give, so
I suspect, I mean, granted, we can find this out later for sure. I expect Penguin conceded that last one in anticipation of, do I grind out the rest of this or do we just start from zero?
probably.
And also from the game state perspective, Pounce was dead. Crash Bash was almost dead. That's his two primary attackers, and Metroplex was only half dead.
Yep. It would have been a grindy possible win only to go into ideally 2 more games after that. This is probably like it was Brett was up 2-0 at that point. So this is a use of the loss to give.
Yeah. Yeah, the pressure of Brett can't lose a game, can't win a game from that point in that match.
Yeah.
Right. So.
And also, yeah, like potentially playing, like even if Brett took it and it went like to 5 games, that would be even worse for Penguin because then that's okay. Played
Even
5
more-
games, now on to a
Even
Match
more
2.
mental exhaustion.
Yeah.
Oh, Naga point. He attacked with an illegal weapon that had to shift, but he couldn't change the attacker. That was the ruling that Techno had put in, I think. When
Okay.
they sorted that out. So that probably also gaffed a lot of the game flow and planning.
Yeah.
Classic misplay, but I got an extra life. That's not
Also-
actually classic. I don't know if that's classic.
Naga, Grindor is not a good name. Blackout is, so don't fight me on this.
Oh, Grinder's not a great name. Grindor, however,
Grindor.
it's the best name for a skateboard transformer.
Okay, yeah, I'll agree with you on that, but for a helicopter,
I mean, for a helicopter whose purpose is to die horrifically in about 45 seconds, I think it's fine.
Hey, not if you played the Decepticons DS game.
Well, I didn't expect you were going to come to Grindor's defense all of a sudden. I thought we were just going to be sitting here bullying Grindor in his stupid ripped open face.
Oh no, we still are, but at least get your facts right.
I mean, how do we? Was that really Grindor in the DS game? I mean, maybe it's just Blackout under a pseudonym. Don't give Grindor this. He doesn't deserve it.
Yeah.
I'm sure Grindor said a gamer word somewhere at some point. I can dig up some stuff on him.
Okay, so let's go over this real quick. In OI commentary, we have discussed fishing, chicken, kangaroo meat, and now jokingly trying to dig up dirt on Grindor. What has this world come to? What was that? Oh yeah, let's not go there again.
Word coming in from the ghost, not to forget about the baby eating that the ghost brought up in the text chat. We absolutely will not. Actually, I forgot to write that down. I'll just write that down over here.
For legal reasons, we have to declare that we do not encourage you to cannibalize.
No, cannibalism's immoral and unethical. I know it's a hot take, but I'm going to put it out there. You can quote me on that. I do not support cannibalism.
Gonna bring that up like 10 years from now.
Yeah.
Quote you.
When cannibalism becomes ethical, they're gonna dig that up on me.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then
we
this
changed that now,
guy,
guys.
And it is
this guy
y'all need
talking, this
Someone
guy
in the
talking just the raw dog on our Soylent Green. It's how we survive as a people, and yet this guy saying cannibalism's unethical.
Someone's in the chat. Y'all need Jesus.
I mean,
Perhaps we do.
is he gamey or is he more kind of like
my-
chicken or?
Oh my god. Oh, Naga's lost his mind as well.
Do we get a new one every 3 days?
The ghost posted that. The ghost posted that, not me. I said something somewhat vague that you could interpret however you like. The ghost is the one that just said A1, which implies the sauce.
Can we just talk about Wheeljack's just absolute brilliance there?
No.
What, you
I
don't
was
you
gonna
don't
leave
want you don't want your comedic genius recognized? Joke of the night in all seriousness.
The ghost just laying down. What do we call it? There's the low hanging fruit, then there's where you snip the fruit and it tumbles to the floor.
That's not it. Dude, the fruit is so heavy that it just fell to the floor on its own. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Fruit was hanging there for so long, it popped when it hit the floor. We let it get too ripe.
When the bodies hit the floor, let the bodies hit the floor. Okay, enough of that.
Somebody get a mop.
Clean up aisle 7. Anyways, we are waiting for things to commence here.
The cursor, and you might not see. Oh, there it moved. It was hiding as a little hand pointing at the dice. So they're all prepped for their cuts. I guess they're just waiting on something. While they're waiting on that, let me just say, wild honey mustard sauce goes great with some chicken tendies. But how much do you spread that across your Cajun fries? That's my big question. Like, do you put it all in the chicken tendies, or do you go for an equal split so your Cajun fries get a nice equal amount of dunk?
Why is chat trying to test to see if I'm reading it?
No, the rest
I mean,
of it.
that's just Naga.
I'm curious why he's doing this, though. I have my suspicions.
We got folks in the text chat bouncing a ball on the wall to see if the other side opens the door to say who's doing that.
And then they realize no one's home.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
Are we
Oh,
rolling
for-
6 to I couldn't see the rolls.
I could not see Brett's, but Penguin got 2 3s.
Just mentioning to the ghost, I'm not sure we have audio
I was
on.
just about to say. Also, Naga, what did I miss?
Right. Brett has 2 rollouts and 2 kinetic whips in his opening hand.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
Also 2 blue
Very
oranges.
strange and very good.
Yeah.
That's a Metroplex trigger. Oops, a 3rd kinetic whip in his attack. If this were digital, I'd say the shuffle is broken.
Read up. What did I
Oh,
what did I miss? What did I miss? Naga, just message me on Discord what I missed. I am so confused right now.
I think that's the entire point. Just to confuse you.
Gee, thanks for reminding me high school was hell, jackass. This is why we don't trust the Kiwis, folks.
I wonder if they eat kiwis in New Zealand.
Well, considering that we talked about cannibalism being unethical.
No, I mean kiwi the bird, not other New Zealanders. That'd be awful.
I was
We didn't really
thinking of
talk about it.
I was thinking of the fruit.
We kind of just asserted clearly that cannibalism is
Wait a minute.
unethical, I think.
Wait a
We
minute.
didn't
Wait a
really
minute.
discuss it.
Time out. Kiwis are fruit. And if we are joking that kiwis that like New Zealanders are kiwis, does that and therefore are fruit, does that mean the entirety of New Zealand is gay?
I think
don't
Naga's
know.
the one who's got to answer that.
There's just a silence. Also, the cursor is trying to increase damage on Metroplex. Goes up to 5 on the wheel turn here. Not an amount of damage you want to be seeing if you're Penguin, especially considering Pounce is sitting at 5 damage.
Oh, we have audio from.
I notified the ghosts that we had some audio stuff going on, and yeah.
Naga's saying we don't eat kiwis, and also not kiwis, but we do eat kiwis. Gee, very insightful. I expect no less of an eloquent statement from a fruit. Oh, he heard the gay joke.
How about, what is it, Pikekos?
No idea what those are.
That's the other New Zealand bird that looks real funny. They call them bush turkeys in Australia.
Slammer down.
Slamming everyone for the damage.
As he does.
Metroplex going in.
Ooh, Sab Arms.
It's gone, but the hold 4 remains.
Pounce also has 9 damage on, I believe. Or
I think
6.
that's
6 damage on.
6.
Yeah. It's a D6.
Yeah.
Of course, it's a 6.
I still find it funny that a lot of these 6s have to point out that it's actually a 6 by using a dot or a line.
Yeah. I think it's if you're rolling them with the classic D&D dice. Just so you don't have to pause and look at the shape.
Yeah.
Easy solution to that. Just use Edge of the Empire's dice system. You never have to worry about that. Going into Pounce, he's now up to 8 damage, it looks like, as Metro hits him pretty hard.
Did not trigger, though, which is good for Penguin.
For sure. Now he gets a full volley. Oh, not a full volley. He's still got to deal with Slammer here, plus another minion, most likely.
Yeah, so we'll get plenty of time to set up big pounce swings.
Pocket processors in, value begins.
Pounce going back down.
So Erotic going in here.
With the big 3-pierce 1.
Value, according to Naga.
We're heading on down to Value Town. I got a processor in my pocket. I got a computer in my pocket. My what do you call it? My pouch.
Or something. I don't know.
I got a data in my bank.
That's a different card.
That's what she
Yep.
said. That made no sense. I'm sorry.
That made absolutely no sense.
I spilt juice on the floor.
I like turtles.
I like cranes. Astro
Anyways.
trains. That fly.
Ooh, station is
like-
open.
I thought you said cranes for a moment, and I'm like, oh, you like birds again. My ears make the bad man stop singing.
Yeah, we got a station-powered swing coming up potentially.
I will not. I'm just messing with you. Anyways, so what's going on here? So whose turn is it?
It is Brett's turn.
Yeah,
He's thinking
the
long and
moment-
hard about his turn.
The moment I asked that, I immediately realized, wait, nothing's happening. It's probably Brett's turn.
Brett's got cards to play. Oh, friends.
Just flipping. No flip effect used.
Oh, that. Well, yeah. I mean, he can't attack with Metroplex, so he might as well conserve it for when he absolutely needs it for like an intensifier whip late game or something like
Yeah.
that.
Blue is
Name
the
in
call.
blue.
It's
There you go.
blue. He hits his paralyzer box.
And he's in the station, I believe he said.
He's blocking 7.
Yep, 10 to 7 takes 3. 5 damage on Ironic.
Is that 2 double orange in Brett's flips? It is.
Oh my
Yep.
god, he has just been nailing those the entire game. Or the
So he was going in for 11.
Ah!
11 and took 3. That Ironic should have an extra damage on him.
Oh,
Maybe
there
we catch
the gamer narration was going in 10 with or going in 10 blocking 7. Maybe he might have miscounted his attack in.
Oh no, it's 6 gun.
Or-
I'm dumb.
Oh,
miscounted.
okay, yeah, 6 gun.
I thought it was Slammer. Never mind. It was calculated correctly.
Isn't math hard?
Very hard to tell who's going in with that glare.
Energon Axe Crash Bash incoming. 9 pierce 2 in.
I just
We got a
realized
dramatic recycle.
Core Volcanicus is nearly as tall as Windsweeper. Or actually,
Yeah,
he's barely taller than Windsweeper, I should say.
He's a roughly deluxe size because as he was coming out, you could use the Legacy Evolution Junkions as limb fillers because they're all 5mm enabled.
Oh yeah, would you look at that? That reminds me, one of these days I should rebuild Jugosaurus Rex.
Do it. Come up with your own recipe like I did.
No, I'm just gonna copy the one I found that Scorp sent me a while back.
We gotta get that in the game.
Yeah. I've got some ideas for it. It would be funny if we stuck that into Wave 13, because it technically is a dinosaur.
Players are discussing the funny thing that can happen if you shuffle your cards enough. You actually eventually increase the odds of your cards not being as shuffled as you think they are.
Yeah. Always the thing people find with randomness. It's true randomness makes some things that don't seem random.
Yeah.
Yeah, wipe some blocks 4 against 9, takes 5. Paralyzo box had its time briefly. Maybe we'll see it again. Who would you target here? Would you go for Ironic or would you go for Axe Slashy Crash Bash?
Crash Bash for sure. Ironic really isn't that big of a threat right now in the grand scheme of things.
Unless you're getting a big damage swing, you're probably only getting chip damage in, and you don't want to make Ironic bigger without killing him.
Yeah.
Killing 6 gun doesn't allow Brett to reuse the station.
Yep, got the ping in there.
I always wonder if that might be something to avoid killing drones and just hammering Metroplex so they can't keep using the station.
I tried that.
It's a nice
Guess not all
bonus.
that worked out.
It's a nice bonus, like adding that as like a light punish with the station. Like if you do wipe the drones, they get to fire the slingshot at you again. Brett using the Galaxy Brain call 2-1-3 on the cut. That's one that you have to think to do.
For sure.
I love it when you get the 3 to my enough from the player channel. What are you attacking for? 3 Pierce 1. 3 to my enough. Take the Pierce 1.
Or when somebody goes, well, I'm going in for 5 Pierce enough.
Yeah. Or for 5 Pierce enough, please mechanically flip your cards. Thank you.
Or when they go in for ludicrous amounts of attack either, where it's like 20 something.
Right.
Like
I love counting out against. Whenever it's like double digit kooky, Gaga land damage, I love counting out the defense still.
Yeah.
Oh, Cutlass on Night Racer again. We got 2 threatening attackers now with weapons.
Yep.
Where are those secret actions at, though? That's my question.
Yeah.
4 cards in hand and no secret actions. That's a bummer.
I wasn't flip pounce either. I guess staying in bot mode makes him more likely to survive.
Gonna grab that Spymaster's Ruse or what?
No.
What's he got?
I think he might be ignoring the secret action play in this game because of how low pounce is.
I guess.
True.
Like he didn't even flip pounce to get 2 extra attack this turn.
Oh, he just said, see if this weird strategy works. So he's trying something.
Yeah.
I was literally about to say maybe it's long game fatigue also doing something, but no, he's got some kind of plan.
He's got a plan. mixing up his playstyle. Good idea, because
That would
his
mess me
main
up in
plan
Brett's
didn't seem to
position.
work last
Yeah.
match.
In Brett's position, if I saw him having 4 cards in hand, letting a Spy Master's Ruse go, and not having secret actions down, I'd kind of be like, "What the? What do you? Huh? What's going on?"
Yeah. Brett doing the whip, double flip with an escape route. Which is going to come in with bold 5 this turn if he attacks. Yeah. What are your point, Evangelist? Night Race is a scary attacker. Clash Bash is a scary attacker. Aranic will be when he flips the bot mode as well.
Mhm.
And Pounce is kind of the least threatening character on Penguin's board, interestingly enough.
Yeah, he's built a just a threatening threatening 4-wide, growingly so. Very close to having 3 out of 4 of them heavily armed and ready to get a big smack in.
Right.
Oh, maybe the long game is setting up those 3 and then maybe try to draw attention to them, then start popping secret actions down.
Possibly?
Yeah, I think Brett's thinking really hard over who he's sending Metroplex into.
Yeah, I don't know. Because that's 3 damage, I think, on Crash
3 health
Bash.
left on 3 health left on Pounce, 7 on Crash Bash, 4 on Aranic, and 10 on Night Racer.
Oh, this is beautiful because it's all just bad decisions. Wipe Pounce, but Pounce hasn't been doing anything. You can't easily one-shot the armed ones. If you hit Ironic but don't follow through, Ironic becomes armed.
Yeah. I'd personally go for Aranic here, but
Probably the
tough
best
choice.
call. It would be, yeah, you'd want to kill someone, I think. Going Crash Bash.
Going Crash Bash, interesting.
Might be
Getting
dual hit.
X would be good.
Yeah.
There's
Ulting?
possible extra chip damage from... I don't think he got a second white.
Yeah, no ult. He said did not trigger.
Ooh, that's unfortunate.
Looked enough orange, they might get Crash Bash though. 15.
There
Let's
you
go.
go.
Crash Bash. Getting rid of that Angel Axe and that big attacker.
Yep. That's down to
Which I
1
pretty much
confirmed big
think.
attacker. If he can get Ironic out of there too, then that deals with that scary situation.
For sure.
Wonder if Pounce will just start flipping now though. Like maybe that's cacked up the plan.
Yeah, it's possible that he set up Crash Bash as a distraction to keep Pounce alive.
What is your flip gonna be, Penguin? What are you gonna flip?
Yeah, do you flip Aranic or
Vaporize and whip.
Pounce? Wise decision, getting rid of that whip. Not that there was any other targets, but
Yeah. Love to draw into a Vaporize.
always a good card.
Yeah, what you gonna do? Yeah, Penguin's got that decision space opening up. Oh, there we go. The classic. Flipping. Yeah, the classic.
Interesting, not trying to flip Aranic before sending him in, but I assume there's a plan there somewhere. I can't imagine Scamper killing Aranic here. I mean, it's definitely possible, but doesn't seem super likely.
Right.
Yeah, I would assume that's what's being hinged on here. And then if Metroplex is Metroplex out of friends? I can't. Did 6gun come out? Oh, 6gun came out
Yeah.
already.
6gun and Slammer are both dead.
Yeah, so. And what, that's
Scamper's gonna
11 on
get rid of that
Metroplex so
Cutlass.
far.
Yeah, Brett's gonna get rid of the laser cutlass with Scamper.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah. Penguin's been pretty consistently flipping a black on every attack, and that just kills Scamper with the laser cutlass on that racer.
Right.
Yeah, I think I think Brett's hoping to get one more KO before Scamper goes down. Otherwise, this gets very pressured from
Yeah.
Penguin's side.
Penguin is still 4 wide. He's lost Crash Bash, but Vorath has kept him just as wide,
Yeah.
and Brett's down to just Metroplex and Scamper.
Right.
Oh, taking the station,
Scamper
going for
is
Ironic.
ranged in this mode. Look, Flip looked a little hairy to start with, but flipped 2 double oranges in the end.
Hey, you take it. Blocking 4. That is a dead
Got him.
Ironic.
Ironic did.
All right. 3v2,
Lucky
and
Flip
one of them's
with
a
the backup
Vorath.
beam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is feeling like it's anyone's game again.
For sure.
Yeah, Night Racer has barely any damage on her. Pounce is close to death, but
If Penguin can get like an armed Vorath swing in here to kill another turn, that would also be very. Oh no, is this a wheel turn swing?
this is a
Or do you
wheel
just want-
turn. Very wide wheel.
Oh, holy moly! Okay, this actually could be, depending what gets played, this could be very affecting.
An interesting play here would be setting a secret and flipping Night Racer for the bold to flip more blacks.
Penguin's going to be going for Scamper on at least one of these, right? Like to get it
Right.
down to a.
Yeah. Yeah. Be good to get Skank off the board, although he has got 2 defense at the moment because of the station.
Oh, flipping and digging with Pounce. Whiffed,
Complete whiff.
but reordering. So setting up maybe to kill Scamper with Vorath?
Yeah, if he saw 2 blacks in that pile and he's got scoundrels.
Right.
All
If
right.
there's scoundrels in hand, we can see it just a little bit.
Right.
There it is.
On to Vorath.
So that's, I
There it
imagine,
is.
going to get Scamper. Yeah, there you go. Going into Scamper. Vorath getting full
Colossus,
value.
Yep. Getting that 4 PS4. Yeah, the benefit of Pounce reordering the deck is not to be underestimated.
Yeah.
The secret action grab is good, but reordering potentially your attack flip is really nice.
So yeah, that turns this into a 3v1, and it offers the terrible choice of like, which I imagine Brett may not take. Well, he might with that Scoundrel's Blaster. Do I waste time attacking Vorath?
Yeah. If he's got a good chance of triggering, he probably won't, but if he doesn't, it might be worth just sinking and attacking a Vorath.
Is you put that Scoundrels on Vorath. Vorath has Pierce 2 in there. That's now a tiny 1-star who is affecting major change. 1-star, I think, right?
Yeah, he's 1.
Yeah. Heavily armed toddlers, much like some Devastator decks. They
Yeah.
rack up their value super fast.
Yeah. Especially in situations like this where Vorath is attacking every turn for the rest of the game until he dies.
Right, which Metro's on the field, so that could be at any given point.
Yeah. This is where, for maximum punishment, you put Hollow Matter on Vorath.
Oh, jeez, that would be hilarious.
That would be really rude.
Or, as the secret action player said, take the shots. Not take
Yeah.
the shots, take covers.
Oh, right.
Which would also just be generally good against Metroplex to stop that wide damage going on.
Naga pointing out that he did reduce Pounce's attack with the flip.
True.
When he flipped Pounce, reduced his base attack value. I expect that ensuring Scamper could die to Vorath was, at least at the time, probably worth it to Penguin though.
Yeah. Metro
he's
going
swinging
into
into
Pounce
Pounce.
with the backup beam. Tetronite coming down. Pounce has 5 defense before these flips.
Triggered
Metroplex
though.
barely
Like,
triggers.
what did I tell you? Vorath could die at any moment.
Yep.
That is true.
Horath, well worth his star though in value for that game.
Dead on the nose.
Whoa,
Not what you wanna
really?
see as Penguin.
Naga pointing out, if Vorath attacked a Night Racer into Scamper, killed him with those cards, he would have had 7 base attack on Pounce. Yeah, I think that's really just like whether I am assuming the thought was I got to get Scamper off the field as efficiently as possible with Vorath. Probably also hoping to pull a secret action if possible.
Night Racer now alone against the city.
Oh, this is
Metroplex
lightly
has-
possible still, I think. Yeah, oh, the Cutlass on, very lightly possible.
Yeah,
That's
Metroplex
15
has
on Metroplex.
22 health, and Night Racer has 9 at present.
If that secret action is juicy, then there could be enough time to catch up.
Takes 4. Yeah. Sab arms would be really good at the moment.
This is
Get Brett
Really
low
gonna
on
start-
resources.
it's really going to start mattering what the secret action plays are.
Yep. It'd be really good for him if he could find an armor.
And the laser cutlass. Oh wait, he already has it. I didn't. How did I
Laser
miss-
Cutlass Pocket Processor. That's
Yeah.
the Laser Cutlass went down right before the last attack, and that's what immediately made me think, oh, this is actually very lightly possible. In fact, medium possible with that secret action down.
It's got to be real close, no matter who wins, I think.
Yeah. It'll take juicy secret action plays that don't miss, and it's going to take Metroplex whiffing something, not necessarily the ult, but just something that Metroplex wants to do. Unless he's able to get the Laser Cutlass off, then I think Metroplex is going to be way more comfortable.
Right, but again, the only weapon removal he has in the deck is Scamper, so he is. Oh, there's an intensifier whip.
Well,
And
well,
escape route.
well. Stab
It
arms
was
right
stab
there, the
arms.
juicy one. That's what you wanted.
Should technically
That's-
have gone the Brett's scrap pile, but that's fine. No whites in the Brett's attack, but plenty in Penguin's defense. Jeez, Penguin flipped 4 whites and a Spy Master.
Oh, and there's
Primany,
Night Racer.
was that the scoop? Yeah.
That's the scoop, and we go to game 2 with Brett
Wait,
up 1-0.
Was that a scoop or a KO?
That was
Like,
an
was that-
exact KO. Well, not an
Exact
exact KO.
KO. Okay, yeah,
No.
exact KO. Yeah,
Killed by
Hot
1,
damn.
but
yeah.
yeah. Penguin flipped no blues in
Yeah, the
5
bolt
cards.
sticks. With the whip, the bolt does stick. You just lose the it's a
Yeah.
+1 right off the whip.
Yeah, you lost the +1 with the stab arms, but yeah, Brett didn't flip
very-
any whites,
very-
but Penguin flipped enough
very-
for both of them.
Very cool attempt though from Penguin on that one. That was like best you could hope for in those final couple turns, and I liked the idea at the beginning, if I'm not entirely incorrect, as far as like heavily arming everyone but Pounce.
Yeah, make everyone a threat, and then confuse your opponent into who to target.
For sure. So we're moving into game 2 here. Again, no sideboarding.
I would definitely at this point in Penguin's position, if I have it at my disposal, be thinking about stuff like that. How do I make Brett just start getting fatigued, start having to think about everything he's doing, give him 3 paths on every decision point, see if I can get him to slip up a little bit.
Yeah, the more choices someone has, the more likely they are of making the wrong one.
Not to say that I assume that would necessarily work on folks who make it to the finals, but I always feel like that's got to be somewhere in the game plan, right? Like if the decks are really butting heads and it's really close, what other advantages can I leverage, especially if we're into match 2?
And discussing the duality of Metroplex's triggers.
As you
Yep.
do.
A match 2 is precisely where I would side Interceptor and just dig for my showing offs and just make my opponent do Factor Fiction 3 to 5 times per game in the hopes that they just collapse on the floor.
Sir, this is a Wendy's, not a MTG tournament. Get the fuck out of here. Oop, I swore on camera. Whoops.
Wasn't me. Oh yeah, King Naga pointing out though, Brett's making notes. He is locked focus, correct.
He's going for it. He's going for it.
In fact, I wonder if making notes is a way to keep the brain sharp this far in.
Probably.
Make sure that you got something else to do.
Becoming the, going for, I'm tripping over myself. Looking to become the game's first repeat champion.
Always love thinking about the brain end of games like this.
Here's the cuts. Read the stream chat. Why?
Oh, I've been catching Naga stuff. To the ghost.
The Discord.
This chat. Okay. Penguin saying I blundered so hard in that game in like 3 or 4 ways. It was definitely getting in my head at this point, and I started rushing. Yep, that'll
Thank you so much, Penguin. I did not catch your text chat there. Okay, yeah.
Thank you for the insights.
Naga, incorrect.
Keep that open.
This is a Pastafarian server. Thank you very much. Matrix, Paralyzo Box, and 2 other things I couldn't catch.
Matrix in hand feels kind of like a bummer for Metroplex.
Yeah, it's bad.
I mean, it's green swappable, but you'd rather flip it.
Yeah, Metroplex in Brett's version runs like 9 cards you ideally don't want to play.
Yeah.
Right. 11 on the opening volley. Jeez.
Yeah. He's bold to attacks it.
Naga, do you not
Really
know
strong.
what Pastafarianism is? Have you not heard of the flying spaghetti monster?
I love Alfredo.
Yes. I didn't recognize that word, but the flying spaghetti monster, yes.
I'll keep checking the Discord chat. I've now realized it procs a teeny tiny little number on the bubble if someone posts in there. So I'll keep an eye on that for you, Penguin.
Yeah.
Oh, your processor already. Here we go.
Pocket processor, the first turn you can play it is usually a good sign.
Yep, and especially considering Brett isn't on any utility removal, it's basically there for the entire game, because let's be real, Brett is not attacking Night Racer until the very end.
Yeah, so far Night Racer's been Penguin's last character.
Okay, so A, I'm pretty sure the delay for chat is like 2 minutes, and B, Naga has no idea what the flying spaghetti monster is.
Oh no, you poor soul.
Hold on, I gotta send this to him. For me.
Penguin saying, quote, "I got greedy here."
Is the video frozen for the rest of you? No, it's not frozen.
No, it's running. I was watching the LEDs. even when Penguin goes into thought pose, we can rely on Brett's LEDs.
It's kind of funny that's our main indicator of whether or not the stream's frozen.
I'll do credit. Hey, Brett, keep running those things. It's a great way to know that your stream isn't frozen because you've got running light pulses, right?
Yeah.
So swinging with Ironic here.
Penguin is mentioning I got greedy here.
And then going with Pounce.
7 Pierce 2.
That's going to be 8 damage on Metroplex.
Would seem
so. 11 damage on Metroplex. Full count.
I forgot Metro taps everybody so the minion gets a swing. Oh. Naga in the chat.
Oh.
I'm old now, man. I'm gonna be a dad. I'm not hip with the kids anymore. IDK what the flying spaghetti monster is. I sent this to you for crying out loud.
Slammer's coming out, wide ping.
Penguin mentioning that
That
he should
was
have
a-
left Pounce in bot mode for the defense.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, because he escape flip deployed Slammer.
Although,
he
to be
ults-
fair, oh yeah, he did pick up the paralyzer box, so I suppose you could have known it was coming.
If he ults, then that means Slammer can swing in too.
Yeah. That looks like a trigger.
I'm pretty sure I heard Brett say trigger.
Yep, that's
Should have left Pounce in bot mode for defense, says Penguin in the chat. Yep. That would make some sense. Up to
that's
6
6
on
on
Pounce.
Pounce.
Missed 4 damage on Pounce. 1 ping from Slammer, 2 ping from Station, 3 defense on 2 attacks.
No, we're gonna have a paralyzer box hit here.
To be fair, Pounce had 0 damage before this turn started. The chances of
Yeah.
him dying weren't great.
Yeah, I mean, there's obviously also going to be a lot of hindsight on this.
Yeah. And a Metroplex deck is probably one of the most variable experiences you can get in this game.
For sure.
Although Brett seems very consistently strong.
Are we going for pickups here? Oh, okay, we're green Pippin.
So he is alive
Yeah.
on 1.
Of
Although
course.
He wants us.
with
He wants
the
escape threat,
Metroplex
just doesn't know what
being
to toss.
possibly not for long.
It's definitely pressure on poor Pounce there.
Yeah. So far, Brett has done twice as much damage to Penguin as Penguin's done to him.
Yeah, that is not what you want to see.
So, 2 wide ping helps a lot in that regard against the 4 wide, but
Yeah. But what can you do unless you're playing Hollow
Yeah.
Matter? And of course, we know Penguin has Motor Master in the side, but of course it's a game 2, so he doesn't have access to that.
also having 2 whips in a box.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'll do work. That will absolutely do work. So going
Would
on
he
to
w-
Penguin's turn.
Would he want to side Motor Master in? Is that worth ditching like Night Racer?
I mean, what else is Night Racer doing in this match? So
Just raw stats, I believe.
Penguin also mentioned
No, the extra tough one across the board when he's got a secret.
Oh, touche. I whiffed
Kind of huge.
Penguin saying in the
Yeah.
chat, I whiffed more in these matches than I did all tournament with Pounce's bot mode. Ugh.
I noticed
Yeah.
Penguin, yeah. Like the number of times you have said, all right, going whiff but reordering. I was like, ooh.
I don't think he missed a single one against me.
Somebody missing a specific type of card when it came to facing Metroplex. Where have I seen that before? Looks directly at Ozzy from the Losers Finals last time. For context, I could not draw an upgrade to save my life during that match.
Yeah. Variants. We love it.
It's still
Even
it's
though
still at
we
least
hate
doing
it.
something. That reorder to ensure the scamper death was in the of itself was artistic. That was a lovely little thing to watch.
Right.
Scamper
But yeah,
coming
we've
out to play.
We've got 2 minions out. Things are getting crowded.
Also, Penguin missing a black icon on Aaron's attack to Chaos Slammer is
Oh.
annoying, to say the least.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Getting an extra swing with Paralyzer Box and extra bold on Metroplex is not what you want to be seeing. Yeah. Yeah, Seb-Arms doesn't work against most of Brett's weapons. Paralyzer Box triggers before the Seb-Arms kills it. Kinetic Whip still gives the bulb after it's dead.
Actually, some pretty good calls on upgrade selection in that case.
For
Because
sure.
obviously you're going to run into sabotage armaments pretty regularly in a lot of tournaments like this.
Yeah, it's probably one of the most played secret actions.
It's a pretty clever play around.
And so the deck's also naturally inclined towards playing them. Like Kinetic Whip, double flipping Metroplex is really good, and
Right.
Paralyzer with Gamper being able to use the station to guarantee it.
Call out viewer Evil Gem 096 on Discord saying, quote, "See, Paralyzo is good," end quote.
Cope.
Okay, brief call there. Penguin missed a cut, but it sounds like Brett's fine with it. Speaking from some experience in and out of tournaments or just long EDH games, when things go long enough, eventually you start going like, if you were going to mess with the cut at this point, you probably would have.
Yeah, and it's very easy to forget the small things like that
Yeah.
at this point.
I'll point out Penguin offered to reshuffle the flip, so in case anyone's wondering how
Yeah.
that went. Full honor in place with our players here.
Only the best.
11. Get on the nose.
Alright, so this Metroplex swing has killed Pounce and Aranic.
We had that alive on
Oh.
one early in match 1, and then the one here with Slammer recently. But since we haven't had a whole lot of alive on ones.
Oh, is that a scoop?
Wait, that's a scoop.
Yeah.
Oh, Brett is one win away from back-to-back world championships.
That game state just there after the KO had me put both my hands on my head and make a Jackie Chan face.
Oh my god. Brett is one win away from his second straight world championship.
Like this is a strange compliment to give, but I genuinely mean this, Penguin. Those are very good scoops you're doing the couple of times you've done them, because you are saving your brain power. You're I'm very bad at recognizing those situations in the moment. But you've got long haul gameplay styles going on here with this finals setup. So I think that was a very good call.
Motormaster's coming in place of Ironic? Excuse me?
Oh, hey ho. Yeah, maintaining that tough one from the Night Racer.
I have some questions about that, but I'll interrogate Penguin later. Anyways, while we wait for battle card signing to happen, I'm going to drop another major announcement. Why don't we? We're starting
Major
a podcast.
announcement.
We're starting a podcast, Alive on One. This has been something we've been wanting to do for a while now, and we finally have our ducks in a row to do so. So we'll be releasing the first episode on August 1st on this channel. I'm not at liberty to say what's going to be discussed in that specific episode, but each episode will be talking about various happenings in the community, the tournament circuit, and behind-the-scenes insights from the devs. Again, the first episode of Alive on One, starring Zero and yours truly, will be released on August 1st on this channel. I cannot wait for that to be released. We've been, again, talking about that for years at this point. It's finally going to happen. I am so excited for y'all to hear it.
Penguin is hype about the podcast too, and also mentions the siding was because Ironic dies whenever Brett feels like it.
So
and that's true. Now that I'm thinking about it, that's not a bad call.
Also, Brett, yeah. I hope you have a large enough freezer for all that gator meat. This is why chest freezers are great, folks.
This is how you get the Cayman crash. You freeze up a bunch of crocodile meat and throw it at people.
You ever hit someone in the head with a big stick of frozen meat? Because let me tell you, it's like throwing a rock at their head because it's a frozen piece of meat.
That reminds me, one of these days I need to get good at art so I can draw somebody just throwing Skull Smasher at somebody, so that way I can create an alt art of Cayman Crash that is him actually getting, like, you know, a Cayman being thrown.
Yep.
Oh, Naga also pointing out, Ironic has never flipped, so why keep him?
Touche, but it's ironic.
Yeah.
It's the psychological damage of playing with a gator.
The best time to flip him was what, game 1 this match, where he had 5 damage,
Wait
which
a minute.
wasn't
Hold up,
huge.
Real Jake. Did you call Ironic a crocodile earlier?
I think I might have. You see an alligator?
Okay, you are officially no longer allowed to be on the commentary team. Get out.
All right.
All right, I'll leave.
No, he actually left. Real Jake actually left. Oh my god.
I am also Wheeljank. I was trying to have
okay,
I am
so-
Spartacus moment.
So Penguin providing some insight here. My reasoning for sending Crash Bash first was based off of Pounce bot results. If I see black, I send Ironic to grind. If I don't, I send Crash Bash to reduce incoming damage and maximize the first hit. Interesting.
Again, that additional information from Pounce. Letting Penguin.
Who needs additional information? Just play Devi and go Unga Bunga.
It's not that Unga Bunga.
Unga Bunga, Unga Bunga, Unga Bunga. Although
See,
let's be real, there are no Unga Bunga decks in the finals here, so
Actually, kind of loving that reasoning, Penguin. I love it when your own deck has like an opening fork branch you can follow.
nuance.
It has that extra little touch of board gaminess to it that makes me get really excited with my brain. That's like when I do my opening flip with Chrome Dome, and if nothing happens, then I'll just lead with Chrome Dome.
Anyways, I'm gonna go get a bottle of water. I will be right back. You guys got the call.
So here's my wondering thing. What happens to Motormaster? Don't have to spoil us, Penguin. We'll find out. But I'm just curious, Wheeljank, what do you think happens to Motormaster here?
I imagine he becomes target number 1, or at least the drones go after him.
Hmm. That's the fun part about the 4-wide against a 1 is that the 1 really has to, like, unless it's dead ass obvious, the 1 has to start going like, well, who's the next one I go at?
Yeah. Might also mess with the order that Brett deploys everyone, because he's been going Slammer, 6-gun, Scamper, and Slammer obviously doesn't do much with Motormaster out. 6-gun might not either. And the station.
I'm not
Oh,
sure
the
if you-
station, you're
I'm
right.
back. I'm not sure if you guys already mentioned this in the chat, but Evil Gem chiming in. Figuring out the flow chart with how you send characters in for attacks is part of what makes the TFTCG so unique. Exactly. I mean, with Magic, it's kind of there. Yu-Gi-Oh! Kind of as well, but not really. Pokemon, it's non-existent. Here, there's a lot of decision points to be made with the order you attack in, just because of the inherent nature of the way the game is played.
Rip Pokemon, holy moly. Just dunking on Pokemon around here.
I play all 4 of those games, by the way. And Pokemon, there is no, like, attack sequencing of any description.
You don't get an attack sequence in Magic. It's everything attacks at the same time.
Well, but there's still, like, an order. Well, actually, no, you've got a point. I'm thinking Yu-Gi-Oh! So, Penguin sent Night Racer in here because he saw black.
Oh, off of the Pounce flip, yeah.
Since we've got you here, Penguin, I'm curious, do you ever leave patrol the perimeters in the top of your deck so you can flip them on attack? Nope.
Penguin says nope.
Understandable. Brett finding whip every time.
Good lord.
That's happened to me in some games with I forgot what it was specifically. Some funny weapon usually. I've had the times where I just draw the weapon. I just draw the weapon.
Monomaster's saved Penguin 3 points of damage so far.
Already worth the sideboard. Yeah, now that I think about it, Ironic's main function has been having point position attached and then getting hit in a
Yeah,
lot of these games. So yeah,
and in this scenario, Monomaster might kind of have pseudo brave if he's enough of a nuisance to Brett.
Right.
And yeah, saving 3 damage has made Monomaster have more health than Aronic already.
Situation where I have Laser Cutlass on Night Racer, I see it. I need Pierce 4. I might, but even then, he was so annoying. Who's he in this situation?
Motormaster.
I think.
Yeah. I mean, Motormaster is flummoxing at least 30% of how Brett has been playing this match so far across
Right.
these 2 matches.
Yeah.
So, absolute psychic damage pull. You know, it's a binary state. It's an obvious thing to sideboard in, but also you're monkey wrenching a brain cycle that Brett has been going through for 5 games now?
Something like
Yeah.
that. Going into game 6. Now imagine if these were best of 7s.
I don't want to take us too far off track, but I will mention King Naga over in the YouTube chat putting in the good word for Pokemon.
Naga, you have to remember, I play all the games. I know what I'm talking about. Shut up.
You're emulating us to disrupt the flowchart.
Why am I? Oh, it's Naga here.
Crash getting a decent hit on Metroplex.
Was that 6 all off Crash Bash?
Yep. He's got 4 base and then gets +2 attack.
There you go. I'm thinking of those wheel turns where we came off of a wheel turn swing and Metroplex having like 9 damage on him total.
No, Crash Bash only did 4 this attack, I think. I think Night Racer got some pierce in turn 1.
Oh, true.
But yeah, damage looking a lot more even. How much is on Night Racer? They have 4?
I believe so, yeah.
Disrupt that flowchart. We should put that on a shirt.
Yeah, Brett thinking a lot harder about his first deploy.
Penguin mentioning, quote, I shouldn't have used the flowchart. Sending Ironic first is much better, end quote.
Sending out Scamper first. Very
Yep.
uncharacteristic, but you got to play differently around Master.
Motormaster just showing up, screwing everything up.
Yep. Really fun to play Metasaur, partially because of how annoying Motormaster is to play.
Yeah, I learned that the hard way in the winners finals. I'm still mad about that.
I got a Menosaur deck I dug up out of a box that I need to retweak a bit because I forgot how much goofballs Menosaur can be now that there are millions of actions.
Right.
to choose from.
Again, it's if only there was somebody in the chat who's had a lot of experience with goofing around with that goober. Wheeljank,
Well,
that's your cue to say something.
Well, goofing around with combiners, me. Oh, there's so many fun ways to play Menosaur.
Have you figured out any way to, like, make Menosaur a stun deck?
Oh, what?
Stun deck, just make it your opponent can't play?
You probably could. Bunch of secrets, bunch of hand hate. Motormaster stopping direct damage already. And redirecting attacks.
So Crash Bash taking 5 here, jeez.
That's a lot
Oh,
of
and
cards.
and Metroplex triggered, sounds like.
Staggering Might on Metroplex. So it's
Oh,
Motormaster has now saved Penguin 6 damage.
Yep.
Doesn't stop the tapping, unfortunately, but don't think anything should. Metroplex needs that ability.
Thinking about that game 1 and how close it is, though, preventing the wide damage is possibly going to have long-term ramifications here.
Yeah, Pounce is yet to take damage,
Yeah.
How?
Usually it's the first one, but
How?
Motormaster soaking up all the splash. I wonder if Brett has something to side against Motormaster.
Not a clue.
Okay, Scamper going into pounds. Maybe going to put some first damage.
Penguin
On
admitting
the
you
Puma.
shouldn't have used the flow chart. Here was my main mistake. I had Sab Arms in hand the whole time, but kept playing defensive secrets to reduce the huge attacks. Crash Bash would die, but I would have breathing room to find answers for whatever weapon he plays.
Oh, that's kind of what I was thinking. Is Crash Bash, because he pops Vorath out, it was sort of a reliable meat shield without losing your numbers. Also, Vorath got value in at least 2 of those games. Armed Vorath being quite the killer.
yeah, the power of little characters to just be a place to put your weapons is not to be
Right.
underestimated.
I was having fun with that with Sentinel Prime. Pop out Ominous, put a grenade launcher on Ominous. Like if they got my Chrome Dome. Oh, Laser Cutlass on Night Racer again. Hello.
Finds it very often.
That is
yeah.
Penguin's. That's Penguin's whip.
I realize Vorath now is way more important now because Motormaster protects him so much. Laser Cutlass on him is a pain.
Yeah, that's absolutely a good point.
Also, Evil Gem trying to get
Motormaster
Crash Bash
around.
with Vorath is why Crash Bash is the best Sky Shadow partner now, for sure. Even
Oh,
when
Penguin.
even when we make it so, Headmasters don't work with Sky Shadow anymore, a Headmaster still works with Sky Shadow.
Penguin, that Scoundrel's Blaster, I should say, on Vorath a game or 2 ago was just killer. Watching Vorath just grind out value for his 1 star.
Yeah, that's a good point, though. Having Motormaster around gives Vorath a built-in holomatter without having to play a card,
Yeah.
and he would stick around a long time.
And I mean, right now, Brett has attacked like Crash Bash. Has Brett attacked Motormaster directly yet?
Not a
Not
clue.
yet.
I
Not
don't
yet.
believe
He's-
so.
He
Yeah.
hit Night Racer with Metroplex turn 1, hit Crash Bash with Metroplex the following turn, and hit, I think, Pounce with Scamper.
Yeah. Because I would say it probably is quite a feel bad. Again, like, it feels almost like a waste when you have to take Metroplex, go at this little 5-star guy who's causing so much trouble.
Although Penguin hasn't allowed Brett to hit Motormaster yet because of Metroplex tapping his whole team. Only
true.
Scamper last turn could have hit Motormaster so far.
I
Oh,
should have
Penguin
had
saying,
I
oh
should
yeah,
have
go ahead.
had Night Racer get the Scoundrels and get the kill rather than Voraz because it would get more mileage out of the Scoundrels. He did it for style. Why are you doing something for style points in the grand finals? Come on, man.
I mean, when else would you do style points, though? Let's be real.
Oh, I don't know. Casual matches on my channel when you're trying to dunk on me?
Nah, you gotta, if you get the chance, you're in the finals of a big tourney and you think you got room for style points, become a memory that people will never forget, baby.
He had Laser
Oh, we'll
Cutlass
forget
in
it.
hand for Night Racer. So, yeah.
Good
Bethany
point.
saying, if you're gonna play Hawk, play with style.
Why do you think I play Debbie? I go Unga Bunga and
Wait,
smash
what's
everyone's face in.
style?
All right, Metroplex swinging in.
How much is this?
In 14 into Night Racer,
Jesus.
blocking 9, taking
9.
5. Motormaster has saved Penguin 9 damage this game.
Ugh. Raw value.
10 because of the 6 gun.
I'll just Naga, I see what you said. Apparently, I played something scary close to a list you were trying. We should figure that. My list is visible now, right? So you've probably seen it.
I think so. Also, Naga saying Crash Bash is dumb. John has broken me. Be warned, you'll see a Crash Bash a lot more. It's John's fault. When Naga says stuff like that, you know that something's coming. He tried.
All right, so
Super strong.
just use instant speed exile on Crash Bash. That's all I got to do if I see it hit the table. Okay.
Well, considering that Crash Bash is we're now realizing how potent he is in orange decks, his defensive capabilities are going to be severely weakened, so I would not be surprised if we see an uptick in wide decks just to deal with that again. But with Metroplex floating around, that's also weird. Although there are a lot of tall characters that can easily, like, one-shot Crash Bash with a Cayman or something like that.
It's a 6 coming in.
So yeah, if it
Full
weren't
block.
for Motormaster, Night Racer would be dead, Crash Bash would be on 8 damage, and Pounce would be on 5.
Crystal of Power is overkill with current. Crash Bash Untiring Parma Shield is all Yeah, that's another thing John has just been coping on, like Untiring Parma Shield on Crash Bash. I don't get it.
+1 defense. You can flip more oranges without losing that +2.
It worked. Yeah, so did Twin Twist, according to you. You need to zip it.
Slammer to go. Really exemplifying how much different the game is with Motormaster around.
Yeah, now it's just a feel bad if you play Slammer. It's just like, I guess I ping Motormaster 1.
Because that's usually the first one that Brett deploys, and it's the last one left.
I'm wondering if Brett, I'm not sure if, like, how much one could plan for this, given that, like, Penguin is guiding sort of where Metroplex is going most of the time. I'm curious if Brett is also kind of going, maybe I just hit all of them really hard so I can take out Motormaster and then drop Slammer and then start get the wide ping going on weakened guys. But
Penguin taking out
6 guns down.
6 gun with Crash Bash. Brett didn't flip very well, so it made it look like the Energenax wasn't necessary, but could have just likely been a really strong defense flip.
Oh, here comes, feel bad Slammer. Here it goes.
John is
Feel
just
bad.
Motormaster 1.
John is just parading Naga's trauma around at this point.
How much damage is that 10 15 damage saved?
Naga's mentioning Parsec does a lot of work on Crash Bash.
If he triggers, yep. That would
18.
Be...
Oh, Techno's here. We can roast him about the camera glitching.
I think it's 13, I think.
13,
Man,
okay.
Got hit. He's triggered.
Okay.
4 times.
I say 13.
3 times Slammer and a 6 gun ping.
Right,
and
6 gun ping.
Station. Or it might
I say like
Motormaster.
A mere 13 prevented by the presence of Motormaster, right? Really...
Yeah, Motormaster has swapping Aranic for Motormaster has given Penguin how much health?
Oh boy,
that'd be 12 extra hit points. Also has kept Night Racer alive.
Yeah,
Night Racer would have died 2 turns ago.
Motormaster has given so much effective health. True.
Oh, Naga, you used Flame Out for Bold instead. Oh, so I'm assuming you went aggro with your Sentinel Chrome Dome. It's so fun, though, yo. Like, Sentinel Chrome Dome. Chrome Dome was showing off is just so disgusting. It's not like you win the game, but you just make your opponent feel ugly. I mean, knockout actions. What's the total damage on Metro so far? Is it 9?
That looks like 6.
That's a 1. Okay.
Has Penguin not attacked? He hasn't attacked Metroplex since that second swing with Crash Bash.
Ugh, that's not what you want to see.
But on
here
the
we
other
go.
hand, Brett is
Here we
now down to just Metroplex and Slammer.
Yeah, and we got a Ruse down, so we got a potentially permanent secret action chilling out.
Yeah, Flame Out is nice. Swamp Heads is also nice. I didn't consider showing off for Chrome Dome, though. Yeah, Swamp Heads has also had a bit of a resurgence here. Like, well, I say resurgence like it was ever good. No, it wasn't.
And not to tension it, but the showing off was for Chrome Dome, but also for the sideboard character Perceptor. Showing off with Perceptor is extremely funny for me.
Unless you're facing off against me, then I just know Perceptor piles. Penguin, yes, you may you may unmute after the stream is concluded.
Murder Master has fallen.
Oh no, that might be the floodgates opening.
Well, I mean, Motormaster has allowed for the minions to get trimmed down. Slammer's left on the table, unable to have, like, Slammer was basically corked. So Motormaster did a lot of work. If Penguin's got, the gear in hand to move in
Brett
now.
Picking up an escape route. So, wait, is Slammer the only minion left?
Yeah,
Slammer is
the other two are
minion
gone.
left.
Okay, so he's just going for the intensifier whip triggers at this point.
Taking a peek. And hostilities is a good one.
Hostility. That means any secret action may potentially be you will not proc.
Mm.
Hey, classic.
Metaphors in the chat saying Bretroflex. I'm not sure if that is an intentional misspelling or an accidental one. I think it's intentional, but still, that is funny. Penguin saying, why did I set Endhoss here? So we know that's set.
Oh, is it not? It's set, but not the. Oh, he's gonna go with slant. Yeah. Oh.
Or did he go into?
This is what Penguin was talking about rushing. Didn't think that one through entirely. To be fair, I would have done the same damn thing, so I don't blame him 1 minute for that.
End hostilities is not with the Ruse, right? So it's gonna be. It has to blow next turn.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh,
no, he killed Slammer. Oh,
Morak has 1 health. I saw a black icon. Techno now typing in the chat. Scoundrels. Oh, yep. Black icon plus scoundrels.
Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah.
No, the deck name was Bretroplex, I thought, not Bretroflex. Hold on. I gotta check this now.
In Japan, Metroplex for some reason was called in some romanizations Metroflex because people didn't know what Japanese characters look like. So it's a mistranslation that still floats around sometimes.
Yo, it is Bretroplex. I'm looking at it right now.
Back in 2001, we might have said Metroplex was called Metroflex in Japan because you're relying on Alta Vista.
From triggering at least. Yes, but that's 2 damage prevented. I could have prevented like 8 because of the orange.
Yeah, it might have been better to send Night Racer in or something.
Yeah, for sure.
And because Metroplex doesn't have like a big weapon on right now, right?
Yep.
He did just stab arms the whip.
I turned Wheeljag's huge attack of 13 into 2 with a combination of secrets. Yeah, he could have swung that massively here.
Yeah. I mean, End Hostilities just wrecks my deck.
Yeah.
And it should just wreck Brett's most of the time, because...
Yeah, I tried that in the losers finals. Guess how well that went. Techno!
Shake the camera. Shake the camera. Techno, can you hit the camera with the side of your hand a couple times?
Please.
Just give it a little ding ding. There we go. Thank you.
Yeah.
Anyways, I will be suing Discord later for this crap. That's a joke. And now this is where Techno comes into the chat to say I'm disqualified from commentating because he's head judge and whatever.
Yeah, Techno, we've been dogging on that for like the entire time so far. He just happened to be here now. That and the mouse cursor. The mouse cursor has been my personal little thing.
You need to create an alt account for the mouse cursor now.
Yeah, Discord gets goofy when you watch two other cameras, I found, because of the way Discord does video.
Right.
4 Pierce 3 coming in.
Metroplex only has 16 damage, but Penguin does have a mostly healthy Pounce and a Night Racer with the laser colors.
Yeah. At a glance, not knowing anything going forward, I would say this is looking depending what the secret actions may be in future. It's doable.
That Staggering Might's going to get Brett continuous value as well. Brett thinking about an action. If that's a Bellicosity, it could spell doom for Penguin.
If it is, I would probably also be considering whether I do it now or save it for the kill. Probably also wondering, is that a Sabotage Armaments? Is that going to kill my bold?
Probably.
Well, and Hostility is just going to nullify the Bellicosity.
Yeah.
Bellicosity up.
I mean,
Metroplex.
this does effectively.
Hidden Thought, which ain't going to do anything.
Oh boy. Yeah, you wish you had the end toss on the Spymaster's Ruse there.
But it won't be enough.
12.
That's exactly lethal. Yeah, with Bellicosity, Brett has... What's that? That's 12 double oranges.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
King Naga with the yikes, oh no, right in time. Yep.
Wait, that's
That
GG's?
probably is
Was
GG's.
that a concession?
Yeah, that's a 2.
I don't know how you'd get out of that. Yeah, I don't know how you'd get. I'd maybe play one more turn, just see what you draw.
That's the
but...
revealed hand! And Brettasaurus, for the second time in a row, is your world champion! What a game! What a match! Woo! Brett wins 6-0 essentially, a double sweep to take the crown and back-to-back titles.
Excellent play from both players, by the way.
And we get
lots
the
and
white
lots,
screen of totality there at the end.
Lots of granular counterplay as we ascend to heaven.
If we could get a different stream, Ghost.
And we return to purgatory.
And there we go. So that will conclude it for season 2. But before we end, I want to give a massive thank you to everyone in the community. I will admit this was my first little bit of work back ever since a mental breakdown I had back in April, and being able to do this again, it feels so good. And throughout this entire season, I've been battling some mental health things. So having this community as a rock to be able to keep myself sane throughout it has just been incredibly important. And I can't thank you all enough for the indirect support you've given me throughout this entire thing I've been going through, whether you're aware of what's happened or not. And also, thank you everybody in the community for continuing to support us. It means a lot. And we are not going anywhere. We will be back in a few months with season 3, more new cards, and more Alive on Ones, including the podcast version of Alive on One. But for now, for the final time this season, actually, before I do that, Vangelis Wheeljank, thank you very much for joining me in the booth tonight. It was good to actually, have somebody to talk to. And we will now be roasting Techno for the technical issues. But now, actually, for the final time in season 2, that will do it for this broadcast. Peace out, y'all.